Somebody drinking tea? That sounds like tea to me.
Come
If
on
it's
now.
Ben, I think it's Marg Mix.
It is not me. And I don't just drink the margarita mix.
Hmm.
But you buy the stuff that has whatever in it. I
Well,
do
I
not have no
accidentally
rule.
bought the one that was pre-mixed, and it's got a little
Oh,
too
yeah?
much tequila for me. Oh, we just went live, and I pressed refresh. Does that... Well, I'm going to assume that we've started. Hello,
It's
everybody.
live. Yeah, it's live.
Welcome to the Sunken World Saga. I'm your dungeon
Pew,
master, Ben Collins, and tonight we bring you back into a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play live stream. This is a game in which there are 8 players, each with 2 player characters. They are spread across 4 groups with 4 characters each. Tonight we return to the story of the Thorns. The Thorns, which I have here, and I'm going to have the players introduce themselves in order of ascending character age, I think. So, first up is Soren.
Hi, I'm Logan. I play Soren. I'm the cleric. I'm baby.
Alright, and after Soren we have Sybil.
Hi, I'm Emmy. I play Sybil, a very smart bard. Maybe too smart. Thank you.
Okay, and after Sybil, this is when we get dicey. This is when I'm not so sure which one is next. I believe Sebastian.
I think I'm older, but hey, I'm Sebastian, played by Brian. I'm a rogue and a father figure to everyone else in the group.
Nope.
And finally, Stevia, who I might have misjudged.
I think I'm the oldest. I'm 32, so...
Yep, I was right.
Yeah. I'm,
Then you're right. I'm sorry. You are.
I'm Stevia Caranon, a Goliath fighter, played by Zach. Yeah, I like to think of myself as the big sister to this family of actual siblings, and I don't know if they think of me that way, but...
We do.
I mean, I think we might discover more on that feeling tonight. I'm really hoping that this does turn into our Dr. Phil episode where
Hug it out.
secrets come out, there's some screaming, and then there's one of your lives is ruined forever, but you do hug at the end, so it feels like maybe something happened.
Is one of us going to be the father?
I believe that would have to be Stevia. Which I don't know how that would work, but this is a realm of magic. I'll start working on the... We've gotten off track. Where last we left the Thorns, they are currently in Zeshan, the oldest surviving culture in the world. The first sort of the makeup of the world right now, they're the first part of that came onto the scene with an empire whose name is forgotten, because every time that they have been invaded, they have simply taken the name of the group that invades them, because they conquer their conquerors by having a preferable culture. The Thorns in Zeshan, the Thorns themselves being a sect of secretive saboteurs, adventurers, knights, artisans, infiltrators who ensure that natural life is protected. Our Thorns had a assignment to seek out a missing member of their organization, Estefar, who had been a important member in their training as members of the organization.
He really loves eating cottage cheese straight from the bowl.
Okay, I will be, when your characters talk for a bit, I will be looking up how cottage cheese is made and see if it would be appropriate for an era that is based broadly from 700 BCE to 1300 CE.
Cottage
He makes it himself.
That's totally accurate for that.
He invented it, actually.
It's just curdled, I'm pretty sure just curdled
it's just-
fat.
I'm sure people let milk go bad way, way, way back, and they're like, oh, I can still eat this.
Well, we'll see. The party managed to go to the sunken valley with a bit of information, finding out that he had been seemingly kidnapped. They infiltrated an ancient temple and made it through the temple relatively quickly, only to come upon a grim ceremony. A living prison, a plant wrapped around a massive figure, was being opened with some kind of ritual. And as part of the ritual, it seemed like a small force of iron soldiers came to life. Soren, the cleric of the Thorns, cast a lightning spell that hit the prison as it pulsed to life. But it did not stop Naya, an ancient goddess of vengeance, from leaving her cage, awakened for the first time in millennia. Naya and the people who released her then began to leave the temple through a way that had been closed to our heroes. One woman stayed behind, and upon being attacked, revealed herself to be a creature like a centaur, but with a scorpion lower half. Our adventurers managed to win the day, but not without taking some heavy hits. And that is where we begin our session tonight, with this scorpion getting deleted.
Whoa! Hey, Cass, did you just see that scorpion just disappear?
She died, isn't it? That usually what happens? They just sort of float up into the air as like glowing light.
Well, is there anything in this chamber worth checking out?
So looking in it, it seems like the sole purpose of the room was to house those iron soldiers that had been positioned all around here, and for the plant-based prison, the sort of closed orchid shape that kept Naya inside. And that is on the ground, and it has basically like dried up and looks like a dead houseplant.
We've explored the rest of the temple.
So the way that Naya and her retinue went down the middle was the way that you couldn't come earlier, and it is now open. And you can see you can see that by the time that like the fight is finishing, they are leaving by the way of the steps that you descended to get here. Because it is just a straight hallway with a little bit of rubble and an odd, like, sort of, like, stone monument-looking thing, but it's just like a big block with some carving on it.
Do we go after them?
I think, I'll come back over here. I think you guys are kind of hurt, no?
I mean, yeah, but Estefar is getting away.
I'm actually not. I don't know why my token was bloodied. I didn't take a hit after I got healed.
I do not remember what I was at, but I'm just going to assume I'm still bloodied. That would seem accurate.
I mean, we can chase after him, but what will we do?
I don't know.
I feel like I could attack something twice now.
Oh, you have a ton of energy? We just fought a scorpion lady.
I know, and that made me feel like from here on out, anytime I hit someone, I'll be able to hit them again if I want.
Well, I'm happy for you.
I'm kind of new to the whole, like, taking orders thing. Should we report this, maybe? You guys have been in this longer than me.
I think we have to.
Yeah,
And
should probably report it to Superior.
it's
I mean, what if we just move? Just go somewhere else, Never deal with scorpion ladies again. That was weird. I didn't like it.
as someone who got hit with one of her attacks, I agree I did not like it. Are you suggesting we completely abandon the Thorns, or are you saying we just give up?
I've never listen. Abandon's such a strong word for me. Um,
Oh, is it? You seem very comfortable with the action of doing it, though.
I feel like you can always describe abandonment as other things, and we should do that in this situation. So, what's up with these plants? I'm gonna go check those out.
Okay. You go up, and it is like wilted. It's like a wilted flower, but just massive. You can make a nature check to see if you
I'll
can.
do it. Haha, 0. No, wait, 9.
9. So you can tell that this is something that is not native to Zeshan, just because you had to learn some stuff about the fauna of Zeshan when you were training in the Thorns. So
Okay.
it's just not something that would naturally grow here, but that's all that you can really get from it.
Can I take some of it?
Yeah, you can cut through it. It's cutting almost like papyrus. The font, not the.
That is the most cutting font of all.
The Avatar title font. Is it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I take some.
Okay, you get. I'll say maybe like 3 sheets of it.
Nice. I am 3 sheets to the wind.
Sybil's going to follow after Sebastian to the place where she came out of, but more so just to like continue the argument. Not this time. You're not just changing the subject this time.
Man, what's up with these walls?
But I think she's going to stop and sort of take a look at where, I forget what her name was. Naya something?
Naya.
Okay, and I am also going to roll a nature check to see if I know anything about these leaves.
Okay.
I sure hope I know more.
16. You actually recognize that this is an extinct plant. This is an extinct plant that was essentially used in an age of greater magic than the one that you all currently live in. This was one of the finest components you could use in alchemy or spells.
So maybe I should take a little more of it, huh? Can I eat it?
I don't think you can eat it. It's not like a cactus.
With that 16, you don't recall if it's poisonous or anything.
I wouldn't eat it. I don't know if it's poisonous or not.
Well, I'm gonna take some, and if we find like a nature expert, I'm gonna ask him, and then if I can eat it, I'm gonna eat it. So I grab 3 sheets too.
Okay, you just cut it up, but you don't eat it.
No, I'm not gonna eat it yet. I'll ask around about it.
But,
I'm just glad Stevie is eating vegetables, personally.
Hey, I like to eat everything, right? I was nomadic growing up. We had to eat what we could eat.
Yeah, but this isn't fish humans.
Fish monsters.
Fish families.
Fish
Sybil
families
going
and monsters.
to turn back and rejoin her family, her group, her closest group. And so, well, that plant's it's pretty extinct. Like I was just telling Stevia, also maybe poisonous, I do not know. But that plant must have been there from the time that Naya was, the time she walked the earth, that the gods walked the earth. It's incredibly powerful. for alchemy and wizardry. I don't agree. I don't necessarily. I don't really know what to say. She sort of like crouches down on her legs and just sort of like puts her head in her hands and she says, "This is so confusing. I thought maybe he was just kidnapped."
Well, yeah, I'm not. What do you think we should do, Soren?
We should probably go back to the Thorns first and foremost, regardless of how you feel about abandoning them or whatever.
That was just an idea. It was. Listen, you got to throw spaghetti at the wall to see which ones to eat. I think that's how spaghetti works, right?
Regardless of whether or not he was kidnapped, he did this of his own volition. He's something we have to deal with now. So we should deal with him.
Okay. The darkest option. Stevia, what's your thoughts?
I think we should probably go directly back to the Thorns and let them know about the situation. If they want us to deal with him, they'll send us on a mission to deal with him. I don't think it's really our call to say.
True.
The threat of an old god might be a bit important for them as well.
And something the four of us couldn't handle alone, probably. Well, I think, I don't know. I think, are we all in agreement to go back to the Thorns?
Yes.
That is if we can get out of this temple first. But, yes.
Let's all go different ways and see what happens.
What? No! You're just trying to leave us again.
We should probably stick together. You know how these old temples be.
I need my me time.
You can walk like 10 paces ahead of us. You don't have to abandon us.
I shouldn't have used the word abandon. I feel like that's
I mean,
throw
Sybil,
a lot of
if we let him go, he might find another college he can drop out of.
All right. Let's all calm down. You'll get your me time when you take guard duty on our next rest. So.
I'm still enrolled. Okay, I'm just taking time off.
Oh, what are you on academic
year.
probation?
What's that?
Academic probation.
No, yes, but also it was a choice.
Did you not go to class, or did you just go to class and not do the homework?
I think it was a bit of both.
It was all of both. But to be
you
fair,
didn't even cry?
I didn't know what the homework was because I didn't go to class. So can't blame me for the second one.
Not even for the syllabus?
I threw it away the first day.
Sebastian.
You squander college.
Maybe college squandered me.
All right, well, we should probably get some sort of move on. I think we could probably walk and talk, yeah?
I start walking towards the door.
I follow.
Okay.
I'll
you
follow
all
as well.
go into the central hallway. Let me get your tokens. I forgot to do that. I'm Morpheus from the Venture Brothers. You all are up here. Basically, there is a pedestal. It seems to be the only spot where rubble was not removed and seemingly placed back in the ceiling. And then along the wall, there is basically like carvings that are sort of in a semi-realistic, like elongated limbs and smaller facial features style, but it seems to start here and go to there, and then start here and go to there, telling a story. And what's odd is that on the walls it seems to be always like slightly moving, like kind of moving then resetting. And I'm getting your tokens.
Can you say that again? I'm so sorry.
Which part?
What's on the walls moving?
They are like carvings that tell a story, and they
Okay.
A
start.
story that any of us might be familiar with.
Yeah, I want to roll a history
History?
check. Yeah.
You can roll. I will tell you, it will not be one that is familiar to you.
Okay.
Okay, even with help action.
With help action, if one of you got a natural 20 and it took you into the 40s, and you were able to know something that is not in oral history. Okay, you know what? You all can help Stevia, and if Stevia gets above a certain number that is within reason, because I just realized she did spend 9 years in Yorn, there's a chance this could be familiar. So, Stevia, you can roll with advantage.
I am proficient in history.
I feel like I sounded very aggressive. I didn't mean to be. It was just I was trying to
Stevia, what
explain.
do you see with your giant eyes?
Not much, I don't think.
Yeah. No, it just seems to be. It does. I mean, you all do recognize Naya is involved.
Okay.
In
Any other gods of Yorn?
no other things that you all really recognize. Like, you all can see, like, there is a clear demarcation. Well, I mean, I need to know where you're looking at the banner.
Well, let's. Does it read right to left?
So yeah, it reads starting here, and then you go along this wall, and then it starts backwards on this side.
Okay. Yeah. Let's check it out. See if we can figure out the story.
So you all go down here and make your way along the banner, and it's basically this moment where it looks like a very primitive understanding of space, like a observation of a few like flat planes existing around each other with like clouds. You can intuit that means space. And then it is a collection of beings that are larger than you would expect based on further parts of this carving. And one of them is Naya. You can tell because it looks almost exactly like her, just with her arms are real long and her head is a little small. You see then that each of these beings are working on creating like little humanoid shapes. And you can see that up close, all of these things are human. But in the background, you can see that there are dwarves working and elves working, and like you see a figure that looks like a dragon working, and like basically all of the races are these giant things working on a smaller thing. But Naya and the ones around her are all working on humans, from the looks of it. And then you see them sort of guiding the humans through things. So they're like showing them how to gather, how to hunt, how to farm, how to irrigate, all sort of things. And that sort of takes up most of this wall. And then towards this side, you see a human praying, and her back is to all of these gods who are looking at her. When you come down here, you see that from that human's mind, you see a form, and everybody make a religion check. Okay, Soren and Sebastian, you all recognize Azurayan, who is a basically dead. There's a basically dead religion to this god Azurayan, and you recognize that this is very similar to depictions of him. And you then see that there is a fight between a god who is always next to Naya, a male god, is fighting Azurayan. And at first there are a bunch of humans, and just the one human woman is next to Azurayan, and the rest of the humans are all like standing and placing their hands against the ankles of the male god next to Naya. But then as they fight, the male god who is next to Naya gets smaller, and more humans seem to be leaving his feet and going to the feet of Azuregan. Then, at about this middle point, you see that human woman has gone to the rest of the gods, and these include the gods who were with Naya, and seems to be speaking to them. And then there is just a there are a lot, and they sort of are smaller and are like up and down and diagonal from each other. There are just battle scenes of Azurean and other seeming new created gods fighting these first beings that showed up at the creation of the universe. But two of the figures who came into being with Naya are just standing with that first woman who prayed. And then you see the first woman who prayed she's pregnant, and she has a son. And
Jesus.
you see the two gods who worked with her holding the baby as the mother dies. And then you see those two first gods helping the new gods conquer the old. There are these shining citadels that the old gods have built, but they are being torn down by the new gods. And then you see that there are other children the age of that little boy who had been born, and they are all at the feet of a human who seems to be giving a sermon. And then you see that little boy working away on something. And then as the carving moves, you see that he is crafting a hammer. You see him giving it to the man who was preaching that sermon. A sermon to Azurean. And then you see Naya closing a gate. This is the second to last bit in the mural. You see Naya closing the gate of the final citadel. You can see from this sort of faraway perspective, the rest of them have been destroyed. You see Naya closing the gate, and you see tons of dead gods. And then you see that man who was preaching with both of the old gods who seem to have done this betrayal behind him. He takes this warhammer and smashes in the gate. And that is the end of the mural.
It's a pretty intense mural.
It seems like it's just telling the tale of how the old gods died.
Wait, the walls are moving for you guys too? I ate some of that plant. No, I didn't. I'm just kidding. It seems like humanity turned on Naya. No?
Abandoned her for a new god.
Let's stop using the word abandon. Please.
Sorry, I don't seem to have the issue with it that some of us here do.
Why would she trust in all humans? Most Estefar's a human. Wouldn't she be wary of him and his loyalty?
I should say that when in the war scenes, there were still humans seemingly on the sides of the old gods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that was my mistake.
It seems more like a conflict of religions more so than simple turning on someone.
Well, who's to say life under these old gods would be any worse than the gods we have now? I mean, they all seem to be pretty similar in nature, honestly. I mean, is this really something we should be so concerned about?
Well, I mean, if an old god wants to go back to war with new gods, then yeah, I think it is something we should worry about.
Because two gods fighting on the mortal plane, that never seems to go well in any religion. You know, basic idea.
Yeah.
Agreed. What? So with Azurayan, is that like a highly worshipped person, a god?
Not anymore. It is it is in the way that we do have a few religions that existed like 4,000 years ago, but they are down to like a single city with a population of a few hundred basically worships them.
Zoroastrianism.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. Where like geographically?
They would be in Ursumer. They are actually the nomadic tribes who helped Ursumer cut itself off from Zesha, but we're just like, all right, you do your thing. We're going to stick to the desert and do our own thing. That is where the worship would still be.
Do I know anything about Azurayan's hammer? Is that like an artifact that's discussed in college courses?
From Yoral's religion, he never used a hammer. He was not a warrior god, which is why it's odd that he's depicted involved in this war so much.
I guess I mean the hammer that the child created. Maybe it's like a smithing hammer or some kind of other hammer.
Make a history check.
Okay.
For that one specific piece.
18.
You do know that the hammer of the Ryoth, the monarch of Dal Ryoth, that was created a little over 50 years ago. You do know that from just some of your readings that you had at university, you were just like, you know what, I have a few hours to kill, I'll pick up this little history book. You do know that the night before the first Ryoth made it, he had a vision of an ancient hammer that actually looks pretty similar to the one in the mural.
Okay, got it.
Anything speaking to you, college boy?
Yes, and I described that hammer.
I'm gonna perk up at the mention of like a cool new hammer.
It's not a weapon hammer, right?
The one that, so like the boy who was a smith was still a young boy when he was smithing. That was he had a smithing hammer in his hand, but he was working on a war hammer. The one that the priest crushed in the gate with was a war hammer. And it's like a kind of gnarly looking war hammer, like barbed. It's like black metal leading up into a steel head, and it's kind of more like a maul, but it is like just the size of a war hammer.
Wow.
Oh, well, I'm interested in both hammers. All hammers, I'm pretty into. The smithing hammer intrigues me. My mother was the smith for our tribe. In fact, the warhammer that I used is her old smithing hammer. So yeah, hammers pique my interest.
I mean, going towards that hammer would give us all some more information. It seems like that child has some kind of importance to this story.
We should definitely bring this up with the Thorns too, see if they have any old knowledge.
Yeah, they might even know more about the whole old gods than we do.
Yeah, at least someone in the organization.
Mm-hmm. So we should head back.
Yeah.
And Ben and seeing Naya, I don't remember your description of her before, and in these murals as well. What does she look like again?
So she is a very, very tall woman who is, say she wasn't tall, say that she was like, 5'10", she would probably be like around 190 with the amount, like she has some amount of muscle and fat. When you saw her in person, she had like basically a sort of orangish gold skin, and gold hair peeking out of this silver helmet, and that is pretty much what you saw looking at the
Okay.
mural. The only other thing in the room besides the mural is this stone thing with some rubble around it.
I'll go put my detective skills at work.
Yeah. What is the stone thing with rubble around it?
So it is basically like a big cube, but you can see that the rubble seems to be that Naya was moving the rubble and she just left it around this thing. And looking at it, I will do that on the page, Zach, because that's my fault. Just looking at it, you can make out there are a few words not covered by the rubble and the wear and tear, and it is yours and unfit.
Huh. Stevie, come over here. Oh, good, you did.
What's up?
Can you move this rubble?
I'll crack my knuckles outward. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Spit on my hands and rub them together.
Can I help with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to do the thing where people start working where I kind of back up just a little bit, where I'm like, I'm not going to be asked to do this.
Athletics?
Yeah, that'd be an athletics.
So if he's helping, I get advantage, right?
You do.
22.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
a 22, you manage to get the majority of it off, and you see the full inscription reads, "The hammer yours until you prove unfit." And there is a place for a hand to go.
Hmm.
There's like a hand indentation on all four sides. There's one.
Really itching to put a hand in one of these.
Why don't we do it? If Stevia can get a new hammer.
Well, if it looks like this is broken away already, maybe Naya put her hand there.
The monument itself is undamaged.
Oh, okay.
Like it is there.
Yeah, Stevie, go for it. Put your hand in something.
Alright, well, I'm just going to step up. Well, before I do that, I'm going to take out one of the papyrus extinct pieces and get a little rubbing just for the word hammer. I just like to have.
Okay. Yeah, you have a magical pedal with the word hammer on it.
Okay.
It's exciting because you're going to eat it later.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna give me the powers of a hammer.
Show
hammer
that to
treats.
someone later on and get a tattoo of that font of the word hammer.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, you want to know what the font is?
A lot of ideas.
Yeah.
I hope
The
it's not
papyrus?
It's Helvetica Bolt.
Okay, I'm alright with that.
That was gonna be wingtings or whatever.
So you press your hand into it?
Yeah.
Okay, and as soon as you do, the pedestal starts to shake. And each of the four sides sort of sink down into the ground. And the top, where previously there was nothing, slowly, like feet first, and then like inch by inch, but like quickly, basically a blue specter-like shape
Ooh.
comes into being. And it is a dark brown, straight-haired man. He is smaller than you, Stevia. He's like a short human, basically, but he is corded with thick muscle. He is just standing there, and he is holding the hammer from the mural. The hammer is sort of, like I said, it is a kind of dark looking hammer. At the moment it is just blue, spectrally like him, but you can tell that it is sort of black metal mixed with steel. This large maul head that comes to a spike at the back that seems like you could really stab somebody with it. And he looks at you, Stevia, and says, "I am Ramayan. This is Batterer, the hammer that brought down the gate of the fortress of the Ancient Ones. Be you willing to use its power for the betterment of mortal life?"
Yeah, without even hesitating, I'm like, absolutely. I've got to get my hands on this hammer.
And he looks at you, and he has like a small smile on his ghost face, and he says, "Know that if this hammer you involve in misdeeds or undue harm, it will turn against you." And he holds out the hammer, and the hammer slowly materializes into a full-color, physical version of it.
I say, as I grab it, I say, "Don't worry about me, buddy. I'm lawful good."
I don't know what that means, but I am glad that my hammer rested so long. Know that as you grow, so too shall the hammer. And he lets go, and he slowly turns to dust. When you grab Batterer, you feel fucking great.
All right.
So when Batterer is in your hands, you gain 5 temporary hit points.
Wow.
All right.
And every time that you draw it, like, you can't, like, draw, put back, draw, put back.
Gotcha.
Like, once per long rest, when you draw it, you will have 5 temporary hit points. You have... Oh, get down. Advantage on strength saving throws.
Wow.
It is a +1 hammer, and it does 1d6 necrotic damage on every hit. And there is a saving throw that you can employ, but I'll just put that in the chat, and then when you decide to use it, we can figure that out. But yeah, you have your hammer, and now the pedestal just seems to be one with the floor, and there is nothing else of interest in this room.
All right, I'm ready to move on now. I'm just like hugging this hammer.
Nice hammer.
Why, thank you.
I guess we could leave now?
Okay, you all go to leave, and you go back to the entrance. You're in the entrance. Go ahead and hang out there for a second while I do something I forgot to do.
So, it's a nice entrance. You wouldn't imagine such bad things inside.
I don't think there's supposed to be bad things inside.
That's what they say about PetSmart.
There's
How
a
did
bunch
I
of
get-
scorpion
Wait, hold on.
women
Did I put you all?
that
I put you all in the wrong place. You're back. You're inside.
How'd I get bloody going outside?
Imagine.
It's all the scorpion women, but they're like only the women half and only the scorpion half.
You mean scorpions and women?
No, they're scorpion women. It's just like they took only one half, you know.
Okay, gotcha. So you all are inside, just having a good old time, not worrying about anything happening outside.
I honestly didn't notice anything outside. So you're good.
I think I noticed something outside, but
Oh.
I don't remember if it was there last time.
That's good. That's good.
Peeking behind the veil.
So
I'm gonna
you all
Go in the water.
you do feel, Stevia, I'll say this, you feel sort of holding the hammer, like you do feel like the hammer wants to be better than it is. That's kind of the best way that you can really put the feeling in your own mind, is the
And this
hammer
is-
is like, I have room to grow.
This is the most Stevia has ever identified with anything.
And upon you all just happen to hit the first step. You make it about halfway up this long staircase, and when you feel that you have slipped away from that odd feeling that you got when you first entered, the second you get that feeling, you can hear the thunder and lightning above you.
Is that storm still going on? Jeez.
Do I sense anything different about the storm?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. You know that this is not normal weather, and you can feel that the power that now courses through you has something to do with why this has happened.
I do kind of want to like put an arm out and slow the party down as we're walking up the stairs.
What's up?
It's not right.
What's not right?
It's not a storm. It's not like the storm we saw. It's different.
Oh, it's not different from when it was before. Like,
Oh, it's like
when you entered, it's the same deal. It's just
it's like. Do I get like a vibe that it's more?
it's not worse than it was before. If anything,
Okay.
it is slowed down.
Well, in that case, I still do want to just be like, it was bad last time. Besides, they could still be out here.
Do you think we should sneak?
We should definitely be a bit more cautious.
That's right, we can sneak. Sorry.
I can go first and check outside. I'm the sneakiest of us, I imagine.
Do what you're best at.
Okay. This was for you guys. Just like every other choice I've ever made. 16 stealth.
Roll with advantage because it's raining.
Heck yeah.
I whispered to Soren, do you remember when he said he was going to send back money and then never sent back money?
Every time we had to get food.
We have to make money off being like little musicians on the street.
Maybe he had the wrong address. Maybe he was sending money and it got lost.
You know how many times I got my ass kicked trying to get gold for us?
Sebastian, you come out
I
from
cast message and I say, guys, calm down.
You can hear us angrily whispering.
Sebastian, you make it out, and you see that the outside is different, because that turtle gator is floating on top of the water, his back being pelted with rain, as is the water around him, but up to about here and here on either side, the water's color has changed because there is a lot of blood in the water. And then from this pedestal over here, it seems like there is a trail of flowers leading back to the valley.
Huh.
Do they look like do the flowers seem familiar to him?
They seem to be flowers like the ones that had been growing around this temple. Just
Okay.
there are a lot of them, and they seem to be in a specific direction.
Does my turtle boy seem dead?
Yes, he does.
My turtle boy.
But we didn't kill him.
I want to cut some meat from him, if I could.
They're not here.
Well, when I get there.
I think about how Stevia would want to do that, and I cast Silent Image on its mouth to make it look like it's moving.
Okay.
And then I tell them to come up.
You all come up and you see what I just described, except for the limp turtle gator is moving his mouth.
like a horse with peanut butter in its
Well,
mouth.
the thing seems to still be alive. I don't think we can cross it if it is. Should we kill it before we try to cross over?
it
it?
actually-
Cast Toll the Dead on it.
No. It's our friend. It helped us.
Well, not really.
I mean,
Also, almost killed me and your sister.
Yeah.
we're supposed to protect the living things of this world.
I mean, what if we just swim silently across? Try to be as quiet as we can be.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I can cast prestidigitation to make some loud noise happen, like
Are its
Yeah.
eyes open?
over there.
does it seem a lot like you would still know it was dead? If you see something dead, it's very obviously dead.
Just the mouth is moving. It's completely
Even-
motionless.
Yeah.
Even with the mouth
I
moving.
mean, I didn't want to ruin it for Brian,
It's a
but
15-foot cube.
oh yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
have you made its face look alive?
Yep.
Still,
It has warm eyes that are welcoming and saying, "You can cross me," while its mouth moves and it sticks its tongue out, and it has no anger in its face at all.
It looks so weird. I wonder why its motives have changed.
Whose blood is this in the water?
Yeah, that's also a big question.
It must be full. I cross it.
Okay. Yeah. You go across it, and
I follow.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm still tempted to cut a piece off, but I guess I'm fooled by this wonderful illusion.
I cast a message at Stevie and it says, "I'm just a turtle. Don't hurt me."
Gets this turtle whispering into your brain too?
When you
No?
all get over here, make a perception check. All of you.
See, you should have eaten it.
Okay.
We're also distracted by
Um,
the weirdly acting turtle.
Yeah.
Sebastian, you notice there is a small shape in the water close to this big one.
Guys, there's something in the water next to the turtle.
I turn around to see what's in the water next to the turtle.
Okay. With a closer look, it looks like a smaller turtle gator.
Oh, no.
Ooh, does it look like enough for dinner?
Looks like more than enough for dinner. It is like the size of a real alligator.
Oh, my mouth is watering. Guys, I can make
Is it
the
alive?
best. I can make the best soup from that.
It is alive. It looks like it is.
Sad.
Yeah, like it's kind of nudging this big thing.
See, it wants to go. It wants to give up.
No, it doesn't. It seems like there's something wrong with its mom.
Yeah. Did you see the way it was moving its mouth just up and down?
Yeah, and its eye, the tongue sticking out, and then this child turtle is just trying to like wake it up.
I'm gonna go back onto the turtle.
Yep.
And I'll put myself here, but I'm on the turtle. And I'd like to give it some food that I have, like some ration type food, and maybe try to do an animal handling check.
Yeah, you can do that. Make an animal handling check. I should also say that on this pedestal, it is not interested because it somehow knows that you're the one who's turning its mother's face into an
Oh no!
abomination. On this pedestal, you can see there is a carving of the gator turtle sort of in the position that it is in, where it is between the island from the side of this pedestal. And you can see that there is the back of someone standing playing a flute.
Sybil's gonna whip out her flute and start playing along.
Okay, can you make a performance check?
Yes.
With advantage.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I don't need advantage, but I can't roll again.
No, I mean there's no reason. That +9 performance is beautiful.
It really helps.
When you play, you see the blood in the water start to rise, like the rain that is falling on it, where it hits, and there's sort of this burst of water. It seems like the blood is almost doing that in reverse, where it seems to come together as a bunch of small droplets and then rise as this singular thing, and it gets about 4 feet above the water surface, and then it just kind of evaporates. And the water glows this sort of bright blue beneath the blood, and you all feel that you all see this I don't know, river, this pond, this lake being purified. And the little gator turtle hears the music and swims over to the side and rests its head on the shore and just sits and listens. And when you finish your song, it swims back and just lays down on top of the big gator turtle.
How long did I play my flute for?
I think like 2 minutes, probably.
Okay.
I mean, you can decide. Did you play like prog?
I want
rock
to play
song
like
and-
I want to play like it's like a jam. It's gonna be like 10 minutes long.
So Jethro Tull. So you did play a prog rock song.
Yeah. But there's also enough time for Silent Image to expend. So we all see that turtle is dead.
I'm gonna cut some meat off that tail.
Right in front of its baby.
Mm-hmm.
Stevia, please don't.
Well, I mean, it's a baby. It's not gonna remember anything.
This is what you get for not writing concise pop songs.
I'm sorry.
The name of her band is just Naya, but all of the letters are capitalized.
Wait, was there somebody else playing the flute? That's what I thought you said.
No, is you
No,
what?
no. It was a carving, like
Oh.
of someone playing the flute.
Okay,
So
so
it
then
was-
I just jammed out. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got really lost in the music. That happens when I get stressed. You would know if you were there.
It's okay. I
Stevia,
play along with you. I have an instrument.
what do you have?
I have my hands.
Can you sing?
Nope, I can't.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
turned
Well,
back
I
to
guess
Thorns.
Stevie is going to eat this animal.
Stevia, can you
Sounds-
please go?
All right, yeah, let's go.
Can I
I
search these tents?
Yeah, the camp that's over here.
If you're searching the tents, I'm taking some tail meat.
No, that's why I went over there to do that. I knew you would.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to see it if you're gonna do it.
Everybody
Yeah.
who searches a tent, make an investigation check.
As I leave, I just give Stevia like a go ahead nod. Like, we know you're going to do it.
Yeah,
My
I don't.
only good
I
roll
don't wait
was
for that.
for performance. I cannot believe.
Okay, Emmy, you find a little bag with about 20 copper. Logan, you find a small dagger,
Okay.
just like a plain old iron dagger. Sebastian, you find a vial of, I believe you would recognize it because of who you are. You find a vial of poison.
Hey, hey. Got it.
And it's like an applied poison.
hmm
Stevia, you get some good gator meat.
All right.
All right, let's return to the Thorns, I guess.
All right.
Or do you guys want to camp here, maybe?
I mean, if I would like to get some rest, I'm very tired,
Understood, yeah.
and it's been a very long day.
I mean, the only thing that we really have to worry about is that baby gator turtle.
I think it's a little preoccupied with mourning its mother.
Yeah, no, I agree. Then yeah, let's chill. I call this tent.
Sebastian has his alone time. If you all
You can have your alone time when you're still with us. Look at that.
I'm assuming you're going to do a later watch.
I'll take first
Yeah.
watch, and I kind of like rub my hands together and look towards the baby
Jesus.
alligator turtle.
Stevia, can you promise me while we sleep you don't kill that baby?
Not unless it threatens the camp. You have my word.
If it threatens the camp and you have to kill it, then yes, you may eat it. But if it
Okay.
stays in the water or a little on the shore, let it be.
Okay, yeah. Only if it attacks me first. We'll put it that way.
Sybil chooses the large.
I'll take second watch, and I go to the smallest tent.
The biggest Erickson sibling, the physically biggest Erickson sibling, is going to take the smallest tent. I mean, I will say, like, the ones that Sebastian and Sybil are in, those are, like, multi-person tents, so...
Yeah, I was about to say, it was going to be like, brother and sister. Two of
No.
us actually... No, okay.
Separate tent.
Separate tents.
Soren is, Never mind, I'm not going to make that joke. This is a family stream.
He's branching out. He's trying to become his own man.
So, Stevia, you take the first watch?
Yeah, I'm gonna roast up some of this gator meat and eat it.
Okay, do you, like, create a covering and make a fire? Because it is still raining pretty hard.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll set up. Well, I don't really want to fuck up my shield. I'll just eat the gator meat raw. That would be some sashimi.
Okay. Some sushis or sashimis.
Yeah.
You eat your gator meat, and you realize, as you're sitting out in the storm, you realize what we talked about in regards to the weather. That is all that happens for you. No need to make a perception check, because, yeah, the baby gator has remained on top of the mama turtle.
Okay.
And that's all. So everybody else has gone to sleep, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sebastian, Soren, you all have pleasant dreams if you choose, or nightmares if you choose for your characters.
Nightmares.
Dreams.
dark
Very nice
character.
dreams.
And Sybil, you drift off to sleep, and all of a sudden you feel like you are swimming. And you're underwater in what's kind of like a big tube, but there is a pillar of earth in the middle, but you are far below the surface. But you feel very warm and very safe, and there's sort of the walls of the outside of this tube seem to be like a coral reef that stretch up towards the top, so there's a lot of beauty. There's a lot of beauty all around you, and you feel compelled to move forward, but also go deeper.
I go deeper.
Okay, you do. And as you go, you realize that you're being overtaken by something. And you realize that it's coming up behind you, but it goes beneath you and just passes you by. It's swimming a lot faster than you, and it is the baby alligator turtle. And the two of you go down in what, if you were a faster swimmer, would be a pirouette, if you all going down opposite each other on this pillar. But you eventually reach the bottom. And when you reach the bottom, you see that it is a reflective surface. It's metal or a mirror, something of that nature, not the rock that it looked like from above. And you touch down, and all of a sudden you can walk. And the creature is leading you to one side. And it takes you there, and in the reflective surface you see two faces, a man's face and a woman's face. And they are very warm, very friendly, and you are filled with a moment of understanding that this creature, this little baby, is the spirit of this lake. And it agreed long ago to guard this temple. And for that agreement, it was allowed to create children. And so throughout centuries, there has been a mother and a daughter who share the lake. And as you look down at the little creature, you realize there's gonna be it'll be again. They don't have anything to guard, but this cycle will keep going. And then the small creature walks you towards the other side, and you find there is a small ring resting on the bottom. And you bend over and pick it up, and your dreams go back to normal dreams. Stevia, when your watch ends, do you wake Soren, since he said he would take the second watch?
Yeah, I'll wake him and I guess crawl into his bed space.
Okay. So Soren, it's your watch.
After he leaves.
Yeah.
You didn't even want a
As you
girl
wake me
pet?
up, it's very weird because we're the two biggest members of the party.
Yeah, I think my feet are sticking out of the flap of this tent. But I don't really mind.
No girls' tent. Wow.
So Soren, it's your watch. Make a perception check out in the stormy weather. Okay, nothing seems to be coming up on you.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do, like eat some gator meat yourself, or?
Yeah, I'll leave a little stack of gator sashimi for night snacks.
Not really. I just kind of like watch the storm in general and kind of like meditate on
Yeah, with your
what's happened.
Yeah, with your relationship to bad weather, there's actually like a beauty in it that you kind of pick up on. Like there is this beautiful, like, one storm is moving in, and then all of a sudden two storms kind of envelop it, and there is just like one portion of super dark cloud, and then all around it it's just gray, and then the black expands and shrinks, and another black cloud seems to move in with a wind that you haven't even felt yet, and it's just odd. But that's your watch. Who are you gonna wake up?
I'm gonna wake up Sybil.
Okay, Sybil, you wake up and you have a ring in your hand.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'll take watch. I get up and leave to go take the watch.
Okay, I need you to make a perception check, and while you do, the ring is it's like bronze, like ancient bronze, and there is a like blue topaz turtle shell carved into one side. Like it's like placed in it like a gem.
I'm just going to look at the ring and then look at it like all over. Is there an inscription?
Nope.
I'm gonna put the ring on my right hand, ring finger, and just sort of look at it. I'm quite distracted by the new ring and the whole weird dream I had. I think I'm oddly content, so I only got an 11 on perception.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. When you put the ring on, I need you to add to your language proficiencies spirit.
Thank you. I'm very good at languages.
And you can breathe underwater.
Nice.
There we go. Oh, it requires attunement, by the way.
Yeah, I assumed like while I'm on my watch, I'm kind of busy just sort of like spending time with it.
Yeah.
Attuning myself to it then.
Your watch ends. You're gonna wake up Sebastian.
Yep.
Let everybody get some more rest.
Yeah, I kick his feet and say, get up.
Nightmares. What? Duh.
Your time for watch. Go.
Okay.
Okay, Sebastian, when you take your watch, I need you to make a perception check.
Yep. Ugh.
9. Okay, yeah, you don't see anything coming.
Okay.
Everything is as it is. And that is the end of your all's watches. And it's the morning now. Full rest achieved. Everybody at full health. All your stuff's back.
Long rest. Long rest.
Long rest. Long rest.
Spell slots. Spell slots.
Y'all want some fish, people, or gator meat for breakfast?
I'm good.
As she says gator meat, I check if the baby is still there.
No, it actually, during that 9, Sebastian did not notice that the body seems to have disappeared somehow.
I swear I did not eat that baby.
Well,
Like the baby or the entire.
The big body, and the baby is no longer at the surface.
Did you?
No, she didn't. I think it'll all be alright. There's sort of spirits of nature in this pond. It's sort of, they'll come back.
Okay.
That turtle
My
will become a
question is,
mother.
did she get the entire turtle's meat?
I think we would see that on her person.
Fair point.
I just have a few chunks left. I ate a fair bit last night, so.
I think it'll be alright. We should head back now.
Let's go.
Okay, so I can kind of flash you all through the travel if you want. If
Sounds
that
good to me.
sounds good.
On my watch, since I wasn't very attentive, can I have asked about these flowers? Like, just what are they? Are they like different than normal flowers, or are they flowers that I've encountered?
A lot of them are ones that you're unfamiliar with. I'll say make a general nature check.
Okay. Nope.
You
That is-
actually recognize the type of orchid that Naya was in the massive cage thing of. You actually see that there are a few of those around. And you
Can I grab a handful of those and just random flowers and kind of like press them into, or just like a bouquet's worth and put them in my bag?
Yeah, I'd say put in your inventory 6 extinct orchids, then like 5 extinct distinct flowers. Extinct.
Yep.
Is it still storming?
It is.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up to the group what I kind of realized while I was on my watch. Hey guys, I don't think these storms are. I don't think this is a regular storm. This kind of is reminding me of some things I learned as a child in Yarn.
Okay. Like what?
Well, basically, it seems like the storm just gives me the feeling of there's a god who he's a god of storms, okay, and he's kind of tied into giants and stuff, and my old religion says that when those giants are no more, then he will die, and without him, storms are gonna kind of like go crazy and wreak havoc all over the world, and the end game basically is
End of the world?
yeah, kind of, unless there's a night wolf that could save the day potentially from the jaws of the eternal dragon, but that just kind of depends on the help it has, I think. It's not a certainty. It's not the very end is not laid out or set in stone. So,
Given the fact that an old god is walking the earth and seems to want to have revenge on the new ones, I was assuming the end of the world was coming along, so the storms do make sense.
yeah.
Her whole thing was no more end of the world, or maybe there will be an end of the world.
It sounded
So-
more like end of the world as you know it and beginning of the world as I want it. That's what I got at least.
Resurgence of the old world, perhaps.
Yeah.
Like, your apocalypse is different, and I'm going to stop all the other ones, but I'm going to do mine, but mine is not.
One man's apocalypse
God.
is another man's genesis, I think.
Uh,
It's cool that there's lots of flowers, though. I mean, it's symbolic of a good world, right?
I mean, yeah, I do like the flowers. I'm not saying I don't. I just the end of the world is kind of a bad thing, you know.
Are the flowers like in foot shape esque patterns at all? Like,
You can tell that it is. They seem to have grown in response to steps, but it's not like footprint of flower. It's like there will be like a line and then a line next to it that like starts a little bit ahead of it, and then they'll stop for a moment, and then they'll go again in this different pattern.
when they're just one set, that's when she's carrying them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, we can. I can flash us through some of the travel if you guys would like.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast travel.
Then you all can go back through the valley to Suktra, the city, because that is where your horses are, if you wanted to take your horses.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. You know that the nearest Thorn headquarters is in a swamp that is about a 2 days ride west. And that is where you came from. So you can go back and grab your horses, and then from there, start that ride. You would be able to make it back to Suktra, like within 4 hours. So you would be able to make it, I'd say, the full first day of that ride. We could count as today. You just ride really hard.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Oh man, there's an enemy nearby. We can't fast travel.
But you all make it to a space with a lot of flowers, but they seem to be natural, and they don't seem to be any that are extinct.
Or invasive.
Or invasive. That's where you all take your first rest. I just need the watch order, and then I'll take everybody's perception checks in that order for nighttime camp. And I'd like us to have, like over dinner, you all have a chat with each other, the four of you. Unless you decide we don't talk over dinner.
What is dinner? What are we having for dinner?
I made a salad today. I feel like we've been eating a lot of meat. You guys. And it's time for salads.
I would like to say that Sybil has gotten sick because she ate the fish people. So like this day of the ride, she was kind of queasy all day.
And I noticed that. That's why I added ginseng. I don't know anything about salads.
What would there be
Probably
like
don't want to add raw ginseng to them.
to hunt around here? Because I think Soren would have taken stevia, and as soon as he saw Sebastian was making just salad with whatever plants he could find, he would have been like, let's go kill something and eat it.
But it's a summer salad. It's bright and fresh.
Let's clap him on the back and say, yes, let's.
Well, Sybil, the trick is apples. I'll tell you.
Which of you, Stevia and Soren, is going to take the lead on hunting?
I'll watch the rear on hunting, I believe. I'm a bit clumsy to take the lead.
Okay, then Soren, make a survival check. Well, how are you hunting? Is it like traps, or are you trying to take something down?
What kind of environment are we in? Is it like more like swampy?
You are still a ways out from the like swamp proper, but you are getting towards that. So there's like some hare population and like some stags.
Yeah.
Elk, but they're more like elk than deer.
Okay. I think trying to get the hares would be quicker, so I think I would go for that.
Okay, so you're doing like putting out traps?
Probably trapping. Just laying a few traps out before we head back.
Then make a survival check with advantage.
Okay.
From Stevia helping you. Okay, so 16. Now I need Stevia to make a stealth check with disadvantage from your heavy armor. Oh wow, okay. You all manage to Logan roll a d6.
D6.
Y'all get 6 big old hairs.
Nice.
Alright.
I do like a high five, like I'm waiting for a high five.
Oh, I'll slam it.
Yeah.
All right, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Sorry.
Now the trick to mixing a vinaigrette is, and I post up for a high five.
I walk up with the hair and I say to Sebastian, say, well, the thing about hairs is you can, if you do this, and I take out a little dagger and kind of slit the rabbit down the middle, and then I open the stomach and say, you see, the rabbit eats greens, and its stomach acid is almost a vinaigrette in and of itself.
Sybil throws up. Sybil just throws up plain and simple onto Stevia's shoe.
You can
when other people throw up, I throw
actually
up.
eat what
That's
the
really
rabbit
nice.
is eaten and get double the
Sebastian,
value.
if you had stayed a bit longer, Dad might have showed you how to do this, and then I do that thing where you like rip the skin off, just in like one motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sebastian, who has just thrown up, how do you respond to seeing that?
Really simple, actually very easy to separate the skin from the body proper.
Yeah, from a hair.
If you were big enough, you could probably do this to like
Big
an elk or a stag.
Buddy, I'm big enough. I immediately am not sick anymore. I'm been confronted about my manhood.
I offer you some of the
No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good.
stomach remnants from.
No, I'm good.
It's vegetarian.
Nope.
I mean, it's
That's not how that works.
just plants.
No,
I'm gonna eat some.
and I would never stop you.
Sybil is like using her water skin and like trying to rinse out her mouth from the vomit. And she then grabs the bowl that Sebastian made the salad in and starts eating it. Picking at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I grab some Sebastian salad too.
Yeah, I grab a side salad. I'm starting up a stew, getting that shit boiling. It's good.
Okay, so you all have your...
Midway through, I just dump the entire salad in the stew. Start stirring that around.
You're
Sybil immediately stops eating when she sees that Thorin is making a stew. She would much prefer that.
You're gonna remove all the bright elements, all the bright notes in the salad if you just dump it in a stew. But okay.
Yeah, but this stew's gonna be so fucking good.
Oh yeah, but
Have
you
you ever
won't.
had his stews? They're like the best.
It's gonna burn away all the citrus.
It's good stew, do you?
Yeah, but that rabbit. Oh.
All right, you all have dinner prepared. Sebastian with just a salad, and the rest of you with a salad or stew with salad elements. And you all have your dinner prepared.
Sounds good.
So you all are sitting around the fire.
I'm not sitting. I am now. After we eat, I am now laying.
Yeah, I stuffed myself pretty good. So I'm gonna fall asleep before watch order is determined. I guess you guys can wake me up whenever.
Okay.
Erickson siblings, do you all talk over dinner, or do you just...
What's your instrument again? Is it a flute or?
Wait, which one are you talking about? I mostly use my flute. Oh,
Well-
yeah. I'm good at, like, almost every single instrument. I'm good at the lute, the lute, the schwarm, the horn. I'm also a pretty competent singer.
Nice.
Wait, you didn't know this about me?
No, I do. I did. I didn't know about the swarm.
I forget about the shorm too. To be completely honest.
I don't use it a lot.
I think you forget about the shorm too, which is a real shame.
Yeah.
Real
I
schwam.
pull it out and I start strumming a little bit.
Do you remember any of those songs from when we were younger? You know that one song?
Which
a
one are
little-
you talking about? One
Well-
that Mom sang or that one that Dad clapped to?
Well,
shouted about.
that is where I got my clapping from. No, the mom song.
I start playing an elvish lullaby on the Schwarm. Schwam. I guess it's Schwam, yeah.
Yeah. Make a performance check with advantage.
I forgot to add the advantage thing. Let me do it again. 24.
Okay.
A sham is like a oboe thing, isn't it? Or it's like a flute.
Yeah, it's a woodwind
Yeah.
type thing.
have absolutely no clue.
No, you're right. I looked it up. I forgot what it was because
It's like
you were
a-
right. I forgot I knew it. But I just start playing the Schwam. I don't sing.
Yeah. It's,
Maybe every once in a while I stop and like sing a small little verse and then continue playing the melody.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful. Sebastian, she sounds exactly like your mom when she sings. And Soren, you don't really remember this song like in the front part of your mind, like the conscious part, but there is like a triggering of sort of warmth in your subconscious.
Man, that's really good, Sybil.
Thank you. Well, I did learn from Mom. I mean, it's like never mind.
Yeah. It's hard. I try not to think about it too much, but songs like that creep back into my head a lot.
Yeah, mine too. It's strange how we've been without them for so long.
Yeah.
I just really wish we could all be in like one of Dad's big bear hugs that would crush us.
Yeah. It's crazy because, it was a long time ago, but it also feels like it was just yesterday. And, I don't know. When you're running from stuff, sometimes the days blur together. It all feels like one thing,
Wait, are you in trouble with the law?
No,
Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm running. No. Well, yes, but
What?
that wasn't what I was bringing up.
Well, you did bring it up.
There's a couple towns if I ever say no, let's not go there. There's a reason.
I have a
not
question.
gonna-
Were you
I might not-
wrongfully convicted, or is it more like, yeah, they were absolutely right because you were stealing from someone?
I mean,
I'm all for steal for the rich, give to the poor. But like, if you were just straight up stealing for yourself.
Yeah,
Well,
like
what if I'm
stealing
poor?
a pear and then eating the pear in front of the guy who had the one pear.
Yeah. But he was overpricing that pear.
I mean, true, but
Yes, I've stolen. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I've stolen things. I've never committed heinous crimes, in my opinion. Some places might accuse me of such, but those are not true.
Okay.
Anyway,
Like, say they believe you murdered someone. You didn't murder anyone,
I
guess.
have never murdered anyone.
Well, we have killed people, but mostly because they've tried to kill us. That is
Right.
completely excusable.
That's not murder. That's self-defense.
Yes.
Yes, I've not murdered. But there is a town I would assume might not want me back and might say things like that because I slept with the mayor's wife.
How many women have you slept with?
I don't count. That's uncouth. I don't keep a tab.
It just seems like you're really trying to find a wife.
Yes, I am.
Why?
I don't know. Mom and Dad were happy, right?
Yeah, I was.
I don't know. I got a lot of problems, but I feel like they're not problems that can't be fixed by other people, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe you need to see a therapist. There's a really good druid in the Thorns. I don't think at this camp we're going to. She might have left, but she really helps you talk through your problems.
I do like the talking part.
Yeah, and you get to talk all about yourself, too.
What is she? What?
You can't marry her.
No.
Did she get? No. Okay. No. Okay.
That's off the table.
Yeah, definitely off the table.
That's a rule they set, or you guys are setting for
That's
me
like
right now.
it won't happen. I'm just telling you.
So like therapists are like priests. They just can't.
No, like
Me.
you
It's me. It's
and
me.
her
Okay.
will not happen.
You never know.
I know.
Okay. It feels like a challenge.
You know what? I'd actually like to see him try.
No,
So-
yes, go ahead. Do it.
She better not be old. I mean, I'm still throwing up from that rabbit.
Yeah, that was very disgusting.
Yeah.
I love stevia, but God. Maybe it's time for us to go to bed too.
And you all go to bed. What's the watch order?
I'll take first watch this time.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
And
I'm asleep.
Stevie will take fourth, I'm presuming. So in that order, please roll perception checks.
Where is it?
Nice.
Okay. Sebastian, you just notice that the storm seems to be dying down, but you don't notice anything approaching the camp or any movement bigger than like a mouse moving through the field. You guys are kind of on top of a hill right now. That's kind of where you're camping, just because that's what I had in mind when I made the camp. Soren, you notice that the storm has really, really died down. Like, you can tell that it's probably going to let up tomorrow, and then just who knows what the weather's going to be for forever. Sybil, when you wake up, you can just faintly make out this sort of, like, clanking of metal. And you notice, looking down from the hill, that on a distant road heading west, so maybe they'll pass you. Maybe you all will pass them tomorrow since they're traveling through the night. There is a string of about 120 is sort of where you estimate their number. Like 120 riders on horses, big ass horses, heavy armor dangling from the saddle for each of the riders, and beside each of the horses with a rider on top is a equal sized horse. They move through the night.
Do I know anything about this area and why there would be like riders at this time of night?
I mean, what do you mean? Like,
do I have any inclination, like, since we're getting near the camp, a Thorns camp, would I know of these riders and like why they ride?
so they're not riders that you recognize.
Okay.
Their armor is also definitely not Zeshan armor.
Okay. That's weird. She just murmurs, "That's weird," to herself. And she just keeps an eye on them and watches as they ride by during her watch.
Okay. And then, Stevia, you wake up, and the new storm, as your people call it, seems to be coming to a close. And now the weather will just be whatever the hell it wants. Tornadoes in spots where there's never been tornadoes. Hurricanes starting in the middle of dry land. Whatever happens.
And as the rain kind of, I notice the rain's letting up. I try to like shower myself off and as best as I can get kind of clean.
Okay. and then you finish the watch. And I know that it's a weird thing to go to break on, but how about we go for a 8-minute break?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Be back
Sounds
at
good.
7:50.
Get on
Alright.
the drink.
I'm gonna go on mute here for a second. PetSmart, they have created a monopoly on small, squeaky, raccoon-shaped toys. Bye. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's me, the host of the show. Not the host, I'm just the dungeon master. This is a collective experience. The main character is Jackson, the wizard from Team 1. Don't tell anybody.
Oh no!
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I didn't realize you guys were here, but I'm sorry to tell you that the latter half of this campaign is going to be real creepy.
I have a quick thought about the stream. I think during the breaks, there should, since we're sponsored by PetSmart, what if you just put up photos of the players' animals?
Oh, that would be good.
Be good.
I don't know if my roommates will let me take pictures of them.
I was thinking you'd just do like an 80s like primetime television, and now sponsored by whatever, and then you just cut to black, and then for the video upload later on, you edit in an actual ad.
I could do that, yeah. I've thought about just making a like recap video, and then we've talked about doing like character videos, and maybe I could just play that over breaks.
We could
Character videos.
Huh?
What are character videos?
Oh, I didn't mention it to your group, but like I'd like to do some things where like you all write some stuff about your character, bring up some of the like big moments of their life.
That'd be cool.
And then it
That'd
could
be
be like
interesting.
very simple art that I can do, and copyright-free pictures of actors who maybe resemble your character. Which I don't think any of you have made your characters with actors in mind.
No.
I have actors for each of you that I've cast, and it's just me in different wigs.
Like
I
the
would.
Cher version of West Side Story, where she's literally everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do that, then maybe you could do similar to what you did in your one like world introduction video, where you have like slow zoom-ins on the area, and then maybe when characters show up, like you add like their icon at the bottom.
I could do that. That would be cool.
Speaking of character lore, I need to talk to you at some point about Arden, because I have like thoughts about backstory stuff that just hasn't come up.
Yeah, okay.
And he doesn't really fully feel justified yet to me as the player, and I think that's a problem.
Okay, yeah, we can chat about him.
I love A-Team. I love playing as that. It's just Adira and her goofy brothers.
I love A-Team. It's just like, I just feel like Arden, currently, me, Logan, the player, I don't really have a justification for why he is.
That's fair. Does everybody does everybody else feel fully realized?
A peek behind the veil.
Well, I'm deep, baby.
I think I'm like Ryan Gosling, but I'm Channing Tatum.
Like you think you're Ryan Gosling, but you are Channing Tatum? Is that
You know.
Sebastian's deal?
Probably.
They
yeah.
would announce the casting as Ryan Gosling 2 years before the movie starts filming, and then it goes through development hell, and then Channing Tatum when it actually happens. So people are like, oh yeah, okay.
I'm Channing Tatum in The Hateful Eight, where it's like way out of Channing Tatum's
Yeah,
acting
it's not like
experience.
funny or
Yeah.
comedy at all.
I mean, I'll go on the record and say that I enjoyed Channing Tatum in The Hateful Eight.
No, I love it. I think he's great in it, but it's not Channing Tatum. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you
He
mean.
went,
It's not
he went
his-
way out of his range to do that.
That's a good point.
I'd like to say the actress that plays Amelie would be suitable.
It's 7:50. We're back in it. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
You all. It's morning time. You all have breakfast. It's leftover stew and salad. Do you just want to go through the other day of travel?
Yep, let's get to
Yeah.
it. Let's get to camp.
Okay. You all go on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make it to a point of swampland. You've made it to the swamp. Anything with water, anything with mud is difficult terrain. There is a lot more of it, so you will, even though you are probably only like 15 miles out from HQ, it's probably you probably would need to either camp or just go on through the night. It is getting towards sunset, but upon reaching this point, you notice there is a man in priest's robes who is seemingly stuck in the mud and his back is to you, but you can see that he's trying to pull a donkey out of the mud. And when he kind of like really yanks with one of his hands, you can see that he is wearing like armored. He has like gauntlets from a suit of armor, like very, very thick and very, very finely made.
Does he look like anyone we might know? Like, does he remind us of someone?
He is most likely not a Thorn from what you can see of him from behind.
Guys, this is a classic grift.
I'm gonna approach him and say, "Hey, friend, looks like you're having some trouble with your ass there. You want some help with that?"
Oh, aye. Yes, I am having much troubling to get ass out of mud.
Yeah, let me give you a hand. Maybe you pull that push.
This is agreeable to me. Much yes.
Make an athletics check, please.
21.
Okay, yeah, you get under that donkey, and it goes like, but you really manage to push it out. And you can kind of tell when he is pulling that he is actually giving this a lot of strength. His robe is hiding what you are assuming is probably a pretty muscular build. And when you get closer, you can see that he, at like the priest belt, the like rope belt, instead he has a leather belt with a long sword slung at his side.
So is he cute otherwise too?
He's got a handsome face. He's very. You can tell that he is, as a Yornish person, you can tell that he's from the north. He's probably not from Yorn. He is very pale, but his hair is super dark, and like his features are really sharp. He's handsome.
Sybil looks over to Sebastian, just says, "Stevia has the worst taste in men. Just go with it."
Okay.
Much thanks. I appreciate you doing me a help.
Well, I'm happy to do it. He's from a different land, Sebastian. Don't be xenophobic.
No, I'm not. No, I would never.
What brings you to this area? You look a bit like a north. You have some north blood in you to me.
Yes, I am being from Dar Royoth. I travel south with a force of soldiers. We are going to do our duty. The Ryoth has decided that we will play our part in keeping the tribes of the Dagistrian steppes bound there. I go to give blessings and to assist where I am needed.
I have a question. Where are you exactly trying to go? I mean, I know why we're crossing the swamp, but just a question.
We were told by the Shaw that crossing through the swamp would take us to a road south that would get us to the Dagistrian steppe, much being quicker.
Now, you say you were told as a group that, but you're here alone.
Yes, my men have gone ahead of me.
They just left you in the mud.
It was an order, but this is, well, he is mine, and he pats the donkey. And he says, and he is not as tall as either of my horses, so I let my men keep going, and I would help him come through myself.
Did we follow behind Stevia with this man to cross the swamp?
I mean, that would be your all's choice. I would
Okay,
assume because you all have been talking without shouting.
I look over nervously at Soren. Right, and what What's your religion? I'm so sorry, sir.
He smiles at you and says,
Oh, you have not heard of the Light Father, the Light
No.
Mother, the Light Granger, and the Light Smith?
No lights in my life.
Well, I hope that you will allow the darkness to be burned away. They are my gods. The four of them together helped Dal Royoth carve itself from the oppression by the rest of the world and become a powerful nation able to defend itself and help spread their word across this earth of ours. They preach goodness in every heart. I can see goodness in each of you. That is why you were being helping.
Thank you. It's Stevia who did the helping, but
Yes,
Right.
thank you, Mrs. Stevia.
and he holds out his mailed hand.
Yeah, I give it a kiss.
Oh, you kiss him.
Yeah.
He blushes.
So it's my pleasure. So you say you're in a position to give orders, eh?
Yes, I am. Captain Vicar is my name.
Captain. Well, that's good to know, sir. Fortunately, we can't help you on your mission at this time. We have a mission of our own to complete, but I wish you all the best.
Oh, of course, and I wish you all the best of luck in whatever it is that is being important to you. If you are ever feeling that your life is missing something, I hope that you would consider to go to Daroyoth. We accept any who come wishing to welcome the family of light into their heart.
Well, if there's more like you there, it's gonna be hard to keep me away.
Oof.
Ooh.
Almost all are like me, he says. I mean, insight check, if you would like. Steve.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he gets what you mean, maybe not.
Okay.
it's always men of the cloth. It doesn't make any sense.
Something about not being able to have them.
Maybe.
Aye, well. Drake and I will be on our way.
And he pats his donkey and starts to move. Everybody make a perception check.
He's going towards the camp.
Okay, so by the way, the camp is this way. He is trying to go this way.
Okay, I was nervous.
Okay. None of you, except for Sybil, see it, but there is movement in the mud and in the water behind you.
There's something in the water.
Is it being something sinister?
I can't tell. There's movement. Everybody get out of the water. I
Right.
guess.
Drake, out of the water. Come. You all, form a circle. It is
So
going
you
to come
went
out.
to where you saw it.
Dang it. Yeah.
Form up. Form a circle.
He draws his sword, and when he draws it, you see that it is just a hilt.
Whoa. That sword's not gonna do anything, dude.
He puts both of his gauntlets on the hilt.
Get
I
ready.
put it in the middle of the circle.
And from the mud bursts human in size, but they basically just look like skeletons with moldy, moss-covered muscles. Pop up all around you. Everybody roll initiative.
Have we encountered these before if we've been to this camp?
Yeah, so I forgot to mention I
Why
was
did
going
I
to do
look
it when
at
you all got closer to the
Jesus. Stop making them. You made too many.
These are called shamblers. They are men and women who die in the swamp.
Okay.
And essentially they are reborn as these things that kind of just exist, and they will attack people who come by because they seem to enjoy being around each other. So, like, more of them. They don't usually go after the Thorns because they kind of have a weird recognition for the Thorns. So it's probably the fact that you all stopped to help this guy probably tipped him off.
Okay.
The other things that you all know, there are other things in the swamp, mainly trolls, but they don't really come out in autumn or winter.
Okay.
They hunt in spring. But let me get these initiatives down. And it is, I don't know if I've made it clear enough to everybody. It is autumn. That's the time of year that you're in. Soren got a 19. Okay. All of these things are going to have the same initiative. And okay. So Soren, you're up first.
Okay.
So water and mud, difficult terrain.
Okay. First off, so that is 10, that's 15. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians, which is a 15-foot radius thing. Basically, within a 15-foot sphere around me, any creatures that are within it or without it. How can I just post it in the chat?
If you do it as a spell card instead of a attack, or if you click include spell card with attack.
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Ooh.
I clicked it on my spell list, not just on my quick attacks and spell casting thing.
I'll pull it up so I can keep it in mind.
Yeah, basically I can designate any number of creatures I can see to be unaffected by it. So I'm going to do the party, Captain Vicar, and the donkey.
Thank you.
I remember it. Trust me. So, yeah. When you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. An affected creature speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters this area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On a failed save, it takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay. Let me... Burp.
How is your spell save DC right? Oh, that's not...
So these guys are gonna have to make that wisdom saving throw. Your DC is
16.
16. Okay. First guy loses. Second guy makes it. So does he take half as much? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was 8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Rolled
do your
pretty
spirit
low.
guardians look like?
Kind of like almost angelic, like faceless beings covered in almost Yornish armor, kind of like reminiscent of what our dad used to wear.
Yeah. So you just watch as those things sort of rush out of Soren, and basically kind of like form this little perimeter sort of thing. And when they pass these two shamblers just get torn to shreds and are dead. Okay. Next up in the order, it is...
Oh, I still have a bonus action. I'm not done.
Oh, I apologize. Please.
Spirit weapon!
Spiritual weapon. 2nd level. So that can go up to... fucking how far? 60 feet. So... yeah, it's just gonna slam that boy over there.
So it is the shape of your sword, which is a very, very long Viking sword.
Yeah.
And, okay. It goes and it tries to wham, basically just slam him down, and he just kind of moves, and it just clips the moss.
Okay.
And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. And next up in the order, it will be Stevia's go.
Alright, I don't think I can get to anybody now, so let's see here. Yeah, don't make it there. Okay. I'm gonna run up here. Can I hit him from that angle? Or do I need to be...
Yeah, no, you can. That's 5 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with batter, one-handed with my shield drawn.
Okay. 19 definitely hits.
Oh, shit, sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, well, hold on. Can you just roll a d6?
Yeah.
Okay, he takes 12 points of damage, and basically, when you lift Batterer, this, like, dark black smoke just starts to emanate from its head. And when you bring it down, there is, like, a burst of black fire, and that's where the necrotic energy comes from. And he basically just crumbles beneath it and, like, starts to disintegrate as he slips into the swamp.
Yeah, I just like look at batter and I'm like, yes, this is awesome.
Oh, and
I'm very excited.
And you got those 5 temporary hit points.
Oh yeah.
And when you get it, it feels like you get a second adrenaline rush, basically. Next up, it is Vicar. And Captain Vicar is going to sort of just look around, be a little unsure what he is thinking he wants to do. And he looks back and he kind of clocks each of you. And then he says,
"Blessing of the Light Granger upon you."
And the Erickson siblings, you each get +5 health
Ooh.
on top of your current
It's temporary?
maximum for 8 hours of regular hit points, so these can be healed up to.
Okay.
For 8 hours. He casts Aid. For 8 hours, you have 5 more HP.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Sick.
And then he is going to step towards the edge of the swamp, and he is just holding... He's doing like a old school knight, where he's basically just got the hilt like right up next to his face, but it is just a hilt. Next up, it is Sebastian with 9.
Can I hold action until anyone approaches anyone? Anyone gets in melee with somebody?
So you want to trigger an action when one of these shamblers gets into melee range, or when anybody, including your allies, gets into melee range?
No, sorry, any of the shamblers get in melee range.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, and what's the action that it would trigger? Sorry.
Is to shoot arrows.
Okay.
To shoot crossbow bolts. I mean.
Gotcha. Then next up, it is Sybil's turn.
Sybil is going to throw up one of her.
I thought that was it. Just
throw up.
Sybil's gonna throw up.
Yeah, that's an action.
She throws up her right hand and points it right here, and immediately just shouts, "Shatter!" Because I don't have anything in fantasy to say, and she just casts Shatter.
Okay. What's your DC?
It is 15. I don't know why it says 11.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about either. One of them succeeds, one of them fails. Oh, you go ahead.
Yep. On a successful roll, they only deal half damage.
Yep. So all of this mud that is around them starts to bounce up, like the Ghostbusters 2 goop when it hears the music. It just basically bounces up, and there's almost a rolling wave in this mud. And when the mud like rocks above their heads, when it comes down, both of them are just gone. And there you go. That is Sybil's
my
turn.
action. Yeah, it's my turn.
Okay. Then next up, it is the Shamblers. So this guy is going to run in. He's got to make that wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yep.
Okay. He does not make it, so do you re-roll the damage, or is it just...
Yeah, I reroll anytime.
Okay, well, let me just get everybody where they're going to go. So he doesn't get there, so Sebastian, you'll get to shoot at one of these guys going after Vicar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, okay, that's the only one who's going to get there. So go ahead and just roll the damage for that one.
Okay. So let me just double check. On a failed save, it is 3d8 radiant.
Okay. Okay, so he comes in and is just immediately torn to shreds by all of the tiny Yornish warriors flying around.
It's like in Return of the King when the army of the dead attacks the Oliphant in the background.
Yeah.
They just go around him and he's gone.
Yeah, and just like that, it's super cool. So the Shamblers are going to get here. This one gets there first, so if you want to attack him with Truth.
Yes. Let me ask this: do I get the bonus action attack as well, or just the?
I think that you would, because you're holding your action, and you, as your bonus action, you take your second shot. So I think so.
So first one, 16. Second one, 17.
Okay, yeah, you hit with both.
Okay.
I'll say that you can attack each of them with it.
Okay. So the first attack is 9 plus 7, and then the second attack is 8.
Yeah, when you hit the first one with your bolt, you hit it in the chest, and basically just its arms like slide off of its body as it falls back into the mud. The second one, you kind of whirl and shoot it, and you like get a headshot, and its head slides back, and it falls over dead. And Vicar looks back and says, "Good shooting."
Thanks, bud.
And that is the end of these Shamblers' turns.
I like him now, Sybil. He was nice to me.
Yeah, he seems like a great man. I just don't know why Stevia always seems interested in men of the cloth.
Because she wants to get those men out of the cloth.
What is wrong with men of the cloth? Soren
There's
says,
nothing wrong with
deliberately showing his holy symbol shield to his
There's
sister.
nothing wrong with them, but they always seem like the ones that are like, oh, I can't have sex, you know?
Hasn't stopped me.
Yes, your God doesn't
Wait.
Vicar looks around and is like, "There are more of them, and I can be hearing you."
Yeah, I'm hornily looking at Vicar while they're talking about
You're looking at the the fact that it's visible in his robes, his ass curve is all you need to know.
I wasn't sure you were going with ass. I thought you were going for the other side. So
No, that would be ridiculous. That would be Little Mermaid cover, or no, it's Aladdin where a priest has a.
I'm definitely trying to catch some glimpses of a bull.
But you all notice that way more Shamblers show up. 8 of them pop out. And then from the largest section of the water, a troll appears.
But it's autumn.
Oh, it is, isn't it? That's weird. Basically, it just shoves itself out of the water, and you can see the flesh of its hands are the only part of it that are visible without being obstructed by layers and layers of mud and moss. And it opens its massive jaws and just lets out a... And the Shamblers are not attacking it. They are going to come for you. Now we go back to the top of the order. with. Let me make sure that it's not the troll. It is not the troll. The person who goes first is Soren.
Okay. So first thing, spiritual weapon. It is right next to the troll, I think.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it can get right there. Like I think it's around this area. Like here. So I'm gonna make an attack with that.
What was that? 15 just
15.
hits.
Okay. That's just 6. Now let me check the range on something else.
So he takes 6 damage, and it just goes when you hit it.
Okay.
Kind of like you
And then,
scratched it.
yeah, he's within 60 feet, so I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay. Toll the Dead, that's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Alright, well, he's not good at that. But he succeeds.
Oh,
Oddly
damn.
enough. And so he doesn't take any damage.
No, not at all.
Okay. Then well, because your AC is your DC is 15, right?
My DC is 16.
16. Okay, he still makes it.
Okay.
Then is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Then
just
next
gonna
up, sorry.
Buckle down in the center of all of these like swirling spirits.
Okay. Next up, it is Stevia. It is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna run up here. As I do, I'm gonna pull out 2 hand axes in one hand and throw them at one at each of these 2 directly in front of us.
Okay. 19 hits.
And 18.
18 hits.
So 7 and 9 to each one.
Okay. You kind of mirror what Sebastian did earlier. You hit one of them in the chest and one of them in the head. And both of them just sort of pop apart and fall into the... like, one of them falls into the water and then the other one falls kind of into the grass. And it's very gross.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use Action Surge this time and move up to... Move up to this guy, and then attack him with Batterer.
So it took your full movement to get to where you were when you threw the axe, right?
Correct, but I use Action Surge, which gives me a full turn again, basically.
I think that it just gives you...
Oh, no, it's 1 additional action on top of your regular action.
So you could take dash and get there. Like, get 30 feet. And you could... I think if you get an action, you would get a bonus action, so you could say, like, you change back to Batterer.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I'll just, actually, I'm not going to move that far then. I'm just going to move to here.
Okay. Next up, it is the Troll. The Troll is going to move up, and when he moves through this shambler dies. He basically just stomps on it, and it goes... and falls. And he gets in front of you, and he is going to try to bite you. So he just opens his jaws, turns his head, and tries to grab you in his mouth. That is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. You take... You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you take... Oh, by the way, the damage from the spiritual weapon seems to have faded from it. When
yeah.
when he started moving again. And after he bites you and you take the 10 piercing damage, he is going to pull back his claw and basically try and scrape you, and it's like a hand with just like really gross, chipped and cracked fingernails, but they are sharp enough to do damage. That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 8 points of slashing damage, and he's gonna do it with the other claw. That is only a 17 to hit.
Yeah,
Does that
we'll
hit
do
you?
it.
All right. Yeah, he doesn't quite get you there. You take all that, and then he just goes and is going to move here. That is the end of his turn. Next up in the order, it is Vikar. Vikar steps here into the mud in front of this shambler. And he sort of, like, dips his shoulder like he's about to swing his sword, and as soon as he does, a blade of shifting golden light just appears from the hilt, and he basically turns his body like a baseball bat and swings it into the stomach of this shambler. That is going to be a hit. So you watch as this thing is just cut into two, and its top half falls down, and there is a, like, thundering boom upon the impact that, like, blows some of the mud away. And then, basically, as soon as he does that, Vikar turns and trudges a few more steps over to the other one, and is just going to swing at it. That is going to miss. He just kind of, like, tries to bring the sword up over his head and bring it down in a fireman's chop, and he just lands the sword in the mud, but as soon as it touches the mud, the light, like, fades. And that is Vikar's turn. Next up in our order, we have Sebastian. Sebastian. He moves there.
Sorry, I was on mute.
It's okay.
I move right there. I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
My spell saves a 12 Wisdom
Okay. On who?
on the troll.
Okay. Yeah, he does not succeed this time.
Nice.
Okay. So he falls to the ground in a fit of laughter. And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry, I don't cast Mage Hand. I'll use my bonus action to go back to where I was. And that's my turn.
Okay. That is the end of your turn. Next up in the order, it would be Sybil.
Yes. Let me. I know when bonus action. Going to cast Healing Word on Stevia.
Thank you.
So it's 8 healing. Oh, nice, 8 healing.
Nice.
Wait, it added plus my spellcasting ability modifier. That's 7. Why is it only doing 4? That's weird. Ugh.
So is it...
I don't know why it added 7. Okay, hold on. I don't know.
You
I'm not
rolled,
sure how
you
to
rolled
do.
a 4 and it added 4.
I know, but it says adding this spellcasting ability modifier. Oh yeah, never mind. I get what that means now. Okay. And then I am going to cast Shatter yet again, and I'm going to cast it right here because it's a 10-foot little, and within a 10-foot range, so it would hit both these fellow bony boys.
Okay.
And they again just have to pass a con save.
Sure.
Again, 16 or 15 is my DC.
Okay. One of them succeeds, one of them fails. They take 17. One of them takes 17, and one of them takes 9.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be 8. But
No, wouldn't it? Never mind.
I round down. one of them takes the full damage and is just disintegrated. The other one basically just crumbles as his bones turn to dust. And they let out horrifying little...
And that's the end of my turn.
The troll on his back points over to where they were and goes...
Is he laughing at them?
Seems like it. Seems like he's laughing at just about anything.
Hideously.
They're very hideous. Then it is the Shambler's turn. This one is going to run up here. 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 This one's going to run in front of our boy. This one's going to run into the zone. So he will make the saving throw or fail. He fails. Go ahead and roll the Spirit Guardian's damage. Okay. He is once more, similarly, he is torn to shreds. Vicar gets attacked by two of them. So they basically just run up. And they, basically put... One of them puts both of his fists above his head and is just going to try to slam down on him. But he misses. The other one is going to...
A dog who does not like streaming, huh?
The other one is going to come up and basically just try and punch him in the face. He does not hit either. Next up, the Shambler reinforcements arrive. One of them arrives inside of your sphere, and he is just immediately torn to bits. But there are 8 again. 6, and then a 7th. Okay, that takes us to the top of the order. Soren, it's your go.
Okay. I'm going to move right here.
Okay.
So that changes the entire circle.
Right.
So it's now 15 feet. Or right here, actually. Just so I can get a broader amount of them.
Where? Let me grab you. Let me get you. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this the worst way possible. There we go. Okay. So upon you moving it, do the things inside of it have to save?
Yeah, no, it's as long as they enter it. So enter just as long as the sphere is around them, they have to make the save.
Okay. Shambler, 1 makes it, 1 fails, 1 makes it. Troll, he fails.
Okay, so that is
14.
14, and then 7 for those that failed or made it.
Okay. So he takes the big 14, the big 1, 4. And all of these Shamblers are dead. This makes minions pretty hard to use.
It's concentration, so just like for future note, when I have players that run this, I always have ranged minions as well.
No, I think some of these Shamblers a couple turns from now are going to pop out with bows.
But yeah, this is one of my favorite spells, and the fact that we're having a horde fight is really...
Yeah, no, it's cool. I like
it's
the
great.
image of basically Soren just being surrounded by a bunch of spinning dads.
Yeah, I think it's like a mixture of Yornish raiders and almost not Valkyries, because that's not in this world, but something similar.
Yeah, there's There's
Like,
some
yeah, like
stories that
celestial,
Yeah.
Yornish angels or something.
Find her Yar. Yeah.
Yeah.
The troll can resave the laughter.
Because he took damage.
Hmm
Okay.
He has advantage on the save too.
And what's it against?
12
12.
wisdom.
He fails.
You did it with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay. He still fails.
Nice.
He has that big -1. Really makes it difficult.
It was a good joke.
But he gets all torn up, all cut up. Next up, after do you?
Oh no,
Yeah.
bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Who again?
The troll.
Okay. Then he takes 9 damage, and does he get to do it again with advantage? Once more, save.
Oh yes, yeah. Save every damage, and at the beginning of his turn.
Okay. He succeeds.
Okay.
So basically, your sword hits him, and he just goes "Roar," and stops laughing. Is that your turn?
I'm also going to cast Toll the Dead on the troll.
Is spiritual weapon also a bonus action?
Spiritual weapon is a bonus action.
Yes, it is.
I guess you can employ it. I guess it would make sense that you would be able to employ a bonus action, because a bonus action is basically like thing that takes 1.5 seconds. So I think you
basically
can
it's a
split
bonus
your
action attack.
economy. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's a method for a cleric to get an extra attack by sacrificing a spell slot.
Okay. So Toll the Dead on the troll.
Yeah.
Okay. He fails. So he'll take that D12. 7 damage. Okay. All right. He is. He looks damaged. He's not bloodied. He's not really in the neighborhood of bloodied, but he is damaged. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Next up, it is Stevia.
Alright, I am going to shift down here between the troll and my party and just wail on him with batter a couple times here.
Okay. You have advantage.
Okay. 23 and 24.
Okay. Both of those are gonna hit. Okay. You do that math, please.
18 and 16 would be 32?
32.
No, wait, 36? Wait, I'm terrible at math. 34?
34.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you do that, and Batterer is smoking as you do.
Oh, it's so
what's
cool.
What's it smell like?
It smells like burnt. It smells like the last thing that Stevia cooked, which I think would be some of the lizard meat from the
fishman meat?
the fish.
Oh no, I didn't cook the alligator meat.
Rabbit.
Oh yeah,
Rabbit.
it was hair. Yeah, it smells delicious.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Then next up, it is the troll. He's going to use half of his movement to stand up. And then he is going to crush his friend here. And get...
His movement is also halved within the sphere.
Oh.
Just in case that makes a difference.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
He would not be able to... He would be able to take one more step, but...
Okay.
And he is going to bite Soren. That is a natural 20.
Okay.
Minimum damage so far. Now, fine. So from the bite, you take 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to raise both of his hands and try and claw Stevia and Soren at the same time.
I'm gonna use cutting words.
I'm also going to very quickly use Wrath of the Storm.
And concentration check, Soren.
Yeah. What do I roll for that again?
It is a Constitution saving throw, and the DC will be 16 because that's the damage that you took.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay. Spirit Guardians no more. Spider-Man no more. Spider-Man. Turn off the dark. Yes. Sybil.
Sybil's going to shout, "Don't you dare hurt them!" And I use cutting words to.
You will roll your Bardic Inspiration dice and take it away from the attack roll. You can only do that on one person because it's going to be 2 different attacks. So who are you detracting from?
I like point my head towards Soren. Like, oh.
The troll, I believe. Yeah.
Well, but which of your friends are you defending?
Oh, I'm going to defend Soren. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so can you roll D?
No!
I think it's a D8 now.
Oh yeah, it is. I forgot. We went up to level 5. Okay.
So
I'm
I'll
gonna
let you reroll that. Okay.
Nice.
So that just becomes a 16 to hit Soren.
Which I know does not.
Oh, real quick. Level 5, you just reminded me. Fuck. I meant to click it once. It's 2d12.
For Toll the Dead?
Yes.
Okay. I'll add that damage.
Okay.
Once you roll it.
I'm also, because I got hit that first time, I haven't used this because I forgot I had it. Wrath of the Storm. Basically, whenever a creature within 5 feet of me hits me with an attack, I can use my reaction to cause them to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And if they don't make it, they take 2d8 lightning or thunder. And if they succeed, they take half that.
Okay. He got a 19.
Okay.
So he makes it, and we'll take half that. And then if you just roll 2d12, we'll say that's the additional Toll the Dead damage.
Yeah, it'll be one more d12.
Okay, so another 16. Okay. Well, retroactively he was bloodied, but now he's not. When his turn started, from the Toll the Dead, he was bloodied. But he got back up, and then the lightning damage was... Actually, the lightning damage would have been enough to put him back under bloodied, so we got a big bloodied boy. He misses Soren, but let's see if he hits Stevia. That is a 26 to hit you, Stevia.
Damn.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay.
Even with that 6, it would have hit anyway, wouldn't it have?
This one, I believe a 20 would have hit, yeah.
Yeah, I would have. I'll be alright. Don't worry about me.
I'll heal you next turn.
You take
Okay.
9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And there we go. That is the troll's turn. Next up, we got old Vicar.
Do any of us know enough about trolls that we would know why it keeps healing, or what could stop it from healing each turn?
Who is the most knowledgeable about magical creatures?
Not me.
Would that be like Arcana or nature?
What do you think?
Because it's probably not me.
Either of those would be Sybil.
Yeah.
It is... I think it's just who has done the most research on magical creatures, and then I'll say who would get to make it. Because I feel like,
It's absolutely Sybil.
It's absolutely Sybil. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
Sybil.
gotta be.
She has
And I
like
rolled
proficiency in
Arcana.
everything.
Well, it's nature.
Oh, it's nature? Okay. Hopefully I do better on this roll. I do! Yay! 20.
Okay. Trolls heal themselves. They have a healing factor. Essentially, if they are hit with fire or take poison damage, they do not get to heal their next... they don't heal for 6 seconds.
Question. The troll is covered in moss, correct?
That is correct.
I hit him with lightning. Does that do anything to the moss?
No. It's
Okay,
it's peat
got it.
moss. It's rubber.
Pretty wet. Yeah.
Got
So it is Vikar's turn. So you know that basically just trolls naturally regenerate. There is fire or acid can undo that. Vikar.
I'm going to shout, use fire or acid. It can't regenerate. It's helped that way. That way. Rude.
Vikar steps here. He is going to do the same, like bend down, lowering his form, and just strike up at it with a sort of baseball swing of his hilt. And as he swings, a blade of light appears. I'm getting a little bit of an echo.
Yeah.
He swings it and hits, and the Shambler is no more as he tears through it. Then he looks over, and for a second, from the mud just comes this fog that covers his body, and Vikar is behind the big fella. And he is going to roll. He hits. And you all don't see him, but just all of a sudden there is this like brilliant flash of light from behind the troll. Like something getting smited, probably. That's probably what that is, if you had to guess.
Smells like smite.
Smite or smite not.
And that is.
But
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was perfectly good. That is our boy's turn. Next up, we got Sebastian.
hey, it's me. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna shoot at this guy.
Okay.
16.
16. Yeah, that hits.
And okay,
9 piercing.
plus 11, 20 damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus attack to fire on this guy.
Okay. 12 does not hit. Your bolt
Okay.
flies past him. Okay. Next up, it is Sybil's go.
Well, I definitely know I am going to cast Healing Word. Didn't ask me what level. Anyway, I was gonna cast it at a 3rd level, so that would be 2 extra d4. So let me quickly do that and cast it. I don't know how to use this thing.
You can do
Okay.
roll 2d4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is going to be 9 healing plus my ability modifier, which I think it said it was 4 last time. Which sure, let's just go with 4. How
It is 4. It's your charisma ability modifier.
Okay, yeah. So then it would be plus 4, so that would be 9 plus 4, so 13 goes to Stevia. I just say sorry about that. And then you said that this area is rocky terrain.
The water is difficult terrain.
Okay.
So just
I'm gonna-
to cross that spot would be 10.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to use 15 feet though to get, or 10 feet, I guess, to get right here. And I am going to. I don't have anything. I am going to. All my spells are like area of damage, but they're all like radiating from me. This is not great. I think I will just. I'll get close to the troll, as close as I can, and then. This fellow, I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
Okay, on him for 5 feet.
Yeah.
He does not succeed on your saving throw. It would be impossible for him to.
Yeah, so that's going to be 11 slashing damage.
He just gets turned into sashimi.
Okay, cool. Hold on. Let me
Sashimi,
quickly
you
see.
say?
I came from here, I believe, right? Yeah, or no, here. That is 15 feet. Yeah, okay, so that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up, it's Shambler Clock, baby. This guy's gonna go here.
Shamble time.
Basically, they all just are gonna close in on you. And then their friends are gonna show up. They didn't bring anything, and they're very rude guests, the Shamblers. You know,
They're people who died in a swamp. What do you expect them to bring?
I don't know. They could bring, moss, peat.
But Pete the Shambler brought Pete already.
Well,
The other Pete.
then
That's who we brought last time.
we're at a real...
Pete and Pete.
That's true. You could create a Nickelodeon show? Was that on Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't know.
Yeah. I forget you weren't born then.
Oh man.
One of the Shambler is going to come up and attack you, Sebastian, from behind. So he gets
no.
advantage. The higher of his attacks is a 15.
That is my armor class.
Okay, so that will be a hit. You take maximum damage, 11 damage.
I'll cut it in half. I'll take 6 damage.
Oh, you
I have uncanny dodge now.
uncanny
Level
dodge.
5
baby.
rogue.
Okay, he's the only one who could reach you guys. So that's his deal. He's the only one who gets to attack. Now we go back to the top of the order, which is Soren. Fly in. There's not a cloud in heaven that we can't reach. Soren, it's your turn.
Okay. So the troll is standing in the river.
Yes.
Would lightning have any effect on that? Using the water as a conduit.
There's a chance. The water is very murky, so there's a lot
Okay.
of dirt and silt. So it might not conduct it as well, but there's always a chance.
It's probably safer just to cast another Spirit Guardians. Because we still got boys coming in.
Okay, 16. 3 from you. Okay, so big boss troll, he succeeds. The 2 Shamblers who are already in it, they both fail. So 13 damage, halved to 6 for our guy.
Okay.
And they are burst into dust.
Then spiritual weapon attack. Would it have advantage because it's behind the troll, or?
I think that it would, yeah. So you can go ahead and roll again and see if you get a natural 20.
No.
Okay, so 24 hits, takes 10 damage. He's looking real fucked up, real rough.
That's all I can do.
Okay, he goes almost like he's saying something. And that is Soren's turn. Stevia, your go.
Alright. I'm gonna use my first attack I'm gonna pull a flask of oil from my bag and just try to smash it on him. Try to get him a little more flammable.
Okay, yeah. I think you just
for that.
succeed. That is an action, though.
Okay.
Hey Ben, do I know what he said?
What languages do you speak?
I speak giant.
Oh, yeah, you do. He said, "Wait! Get close, not close as me."
Oh, I also understand giant, so I I know what he's saying.
Stevie, do you know giant?
Seems like something I would.
Oh, yeah, as a Goliath, you do know.
Okay, yeah.
I don't.
Oh, the whole time he was laughing, he was just like,
Yeah, you come out of the swamp and you die 8 seconds later.
I just fill Soren in on what he's been saying.
Like, is he bad still? Your call?
He doesn't seem too friendly towards us, and he keeps...
Oh, I mean, he I'm sorry, he still has, like, complete murderous intent towards you all.
Okay.
Yes.
But what was
Well,
it
I
that
don't
he
feel
said?
bad.
What was the first thing he said, or the thing that you said first?
Like the thing that he just said just now is,
Yeah.
come close, but not as close as me. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to protect us for a moment, but he's
Thought he
not
wanted to
talking us.
negotiate. No. He's just going to die.
Okay, yeah, so I still smash him with a will. And then I'm going to hit him with... Or does that take my full turn? Or
that
that's
is
my
an
second
action
attack?
that's not an attack, so you can't take
Okay.
your second attack.
Alright, that's fine.
Which is a rule that always bothered me as a fighter, but I have to stick
No.
with it.
No, I get it.
So that's Stevia. Vicar is just gonna start doing some Shambler collection. Goes over to this guy, hits him, decks him. He's gone. Starts making his way over here.
Goddamn priest Negan over here.
Just a mechanics question, though. If you take improvised weapon the feat, would that count? Like, if you did something like that?
I
in the
would.
feat,
I
would
think
that
so. Yeah.
Be an attack?
Because
Okay.
then I'd be like, well, you shattered the flask, so he'll take some
Yeah.
damage.
Okay.
Then after Vicar, it is Sebastian.
Can I...
Oh wait, I didn't have the troll go. I just realized. Because I went
Go
from
for it.
Stevia to Vicar, so I'm sorry, I'm going to drop his turn in.
No problem.
Yeah, he seems to get a little bit better from his wounds. And then he is going to try and bite Soren. That is a 17 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, then he's going to try and claw attack you and Sybil. That is a natural 20 to hit Soren.
Okay.
I am going to again say, stop trying to hurt him, and use cutting words again to do 1d8 to decrease the damage. Oh, 8. Straight up
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how that works. I don't know if you can take away
So-
a natural 20. That seems...
cool. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
No, it does not. It just
Okay,
says,
then I think
makes an
Natural
attack roll
20
or
is-
a damage roll.
In like
natural 20
basic
means
D&D.
automatic success.
Yeah.
I don't actually think it does in the rules, but like everybody rules it that way. I would rule it that way. So, like-
I believe that the rule is actually that it's only an actual success on attacks.
Okay.
I just pulled that up from Google.
Oh, okay. Then does a 19 hit, Logan?
No. Well, it just hits.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. No, it would be a 27 with natural 20.
Actually, I lied. The second post says that it can't be nullified.
I'm so confused. I feel like it should be clearly stated because when I look up cutting words in the thing, it says that it doesn't like
Well, Ben could just make a ruling on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I say.
Set the precedent.
I say. It
Because I'm
doesn't.
just trying to decrease the damage. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to like
Oh, the
decrease.
damage? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I can do that.
Then that's completely different. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
I will say that I did just roll the attack on Stevie, and it's also a natural 20.
Jesus.
Damn it.
So who are you gonna?
This fucking
Who
troll.
are you gonna take down the damage on?
I'm
Don't
gonna
do it.
do it. I'm gonna do it on Soren because that's who I originally had planned it on, and I thought he was claw attacking me as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, it was you, Sybil, not
Yeah.
Stevia. Okay.
So I get 20 damage, but I haven't been hit yet, so I'm okay
Wait,
with that.
it's not 20 damage. 20 was the attack.
Oh yeah, but I mean it was a crit, but like I'm okay with that for myself.
So it is gonna 8 will go away from his damage roll.
On Soren.
So he does 26 points of damage with his 20. You take 26 slashing damage, but then it's minus 8, so it is 16.
Okay.
And can you make a concentration
18.
check?
Yeah.
Is it 18? 26 minus 8. Yep, 18. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
And Sybil, you
real
will
quick.
take you take 16 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, boy's bloodied.
Oh no! Don't worry.
Okay, and Constitution save 9. Spear Guardians is Gonzo.
Now, the question is, I need to figure out, does he take damage because he starts his turn in it, or would he have to end his turn in it?
Let me go back up to that description that Brian
Oh, okay,
was
yeah.
nice enough to post.
An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He succeeds, so does that mean he
Okay.
takes half?
Takes half.
Okay, so we'll just have him retroactively take... It's a D12, is it? Or 3D8. Okay, so he took 11. So yeah, he's back down to where he was. He heals up, and then he's not... he's a little bit worse than he was before he healed.
I'm also going to use another Wrath of the Storm, because I can use it as many times as my Wisdom mod
Okay.
per day, so that's another Dexterity saving.
Okay, so basically how this looked is he started his turn, you saw some of his wounds heal up, then the little Yornish men tore at him, and he does not make his saving throw, by the way, so go ahead and roll the damage, and then I'll describe how it looks. He basically reached out and tried to bite Soren and didn't. Then he brought his claws down and got really good hits on Soren and Sybil. But then once he did, lightning flashed out of Soren's body up his arm. And with the moss now covered in oil, it does catch fire. Stevia, roll 1d6 and 1d4. All right, he catches fire and he tries to pat it out, but he's not quick enough. And he goes, "Ugh, ugh, ugh," and in giant he's saying, "No, no, no!" And he slumps into the swamp, and he dies. And that was our friend the troll's turn. Then Vicar went and killed that guy. And now, Sebastian, it's your turn.
All right. Well, it's cleanup duty. I'll shoot this one,
Okay.
and then this one.
Okay.
Well, I'll shoot at the first one first.
13 does not hit. It just sails past him.
Bonus action.
Yep. 22 hits.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. For the rest of this fight, it's just if you all hit, they're dead. They have 1 HP.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
We can
Minion
just
rules. Love it.
go with that. Then after Sebastian, it is Sybil. They've had 1 HP the whole time. I just didn't want to tip it off until it became a little more
I had
apparent.
a feeling.
Makes that priest less cool.
I mean, he
Swinging
Did
for the fences at 1 HP, guys.
he did a whole lot of damage to the troll to help.
No, I
people
know,
out.
I know. But none of us saw that, so fuck him.
He dealt 84 damage to a minion with 1 HP.
Hey, Stevie, I don't think this guy's that attractive. He's out here putting on a big show. Sybil, it's your turn. Emmy, did we lose you?
I was on mute this entire time. I did not realize it. I'm going to put my hand on Thorn's shoulder and just cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at a first level.
So that's 8 plus 4.
Yep.
Okay, so 12.
We get 8 back,
I'm
and
just
then
barely not
and
bloody.
then also for my yep, and then also for my bonus action, I'm going to use my last 3rd level spell to cast Healing Word at a 2nd level for Soren as well. So he also needs 1 extra d4. And so that would be 7 plus 4, so you would also get me another 11 back.
Okay, so you get 12 and 11, you get 23 points of HP back.
Okay, I'm not close to bloody at all anymore.
And
Good.
Then it's Shambler o'clock. Shambler o'clock.
Hey, wait. How many shamblers has the donkey killed?
Drake, you all look back at Drake is on top of a mountain of shamblers.
He has killed the most shamblers.
Every single kick just shatters the
He just realized, oh, they've got an AC of 15 and only have 1 health? I'm Mr. Ed and I'm gonna fuck these dudes up.
Could you say that he started from the bottom and now he's
He
there?
is unaffiliated with the musician Drake. It's Drake like the dragon.
Oh,
It's closer to Drock.
I wasn't making any specific reference, so.
Of course not. Of course not. Who would talk about Aubrey Graham?
Jimmy Brooks himself.
And is that his character on Degrassi?
Degrassi, yeah.
And okay, so we've got a few more shamblers in range. For the first time, no more appear. But so 2 of them are going to attack Sebastian. 1 of them is going to attack Sybil. 1 of them is going to attack Stevia.
Okay.
So we'll do it in order. So 24 to hit Sybil.
That hits.
Okay. I'm
But
just gonna do everything at once. So you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
He basically just walks up and like double fist punches you like Star Trek, but it actually works. The next one is going to come at you, Sebastian. He's just gonna try to like elbow you. That is only a 9 to hit.
Nope.
Then the next one is going to, while you're distracted, even though you're not distracted, he is going to raise both fists, try to slam them down on your head.
So you're telling me these things only have like an AC of like what, 12 and 1 hit point, and yet they're doing this much damage?
AC 15. Their body's nothing but muscle.
Hmm.
There's a lot of them.
16 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. You take.
Wait, I thought he was attacking me.
No, 2 of them are attacking Sebastian, and then 1 of them's attacking you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is the second one. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
But I'll take 5.
Aha! Then this one's gonna attack you, Stevia.
Okay.
That is only a 12 to hit.
Nope.
Then 2 of them are attacking Vicar. First one hits, second one does not. Vicar takes basically nothing. He just shrugs it off. That is not me trying to make him cool. He took 2 damage. And
It's pretty cool to me.
when he gets hit, he just goes, "Ah, come on."
Just a flesh wound it is.
I love to listen to people. Next up, we go back to the top of the order with Soren.
Okay. Spiritual weapon. Gonna dart across and hit this boy.
Sure.
That is... Ooh.
10 does not hit.
Yeah. Okay. Then I am going to move right here. I'm going to use my lightning breath.
Okay.
Just in it's a 15-foot cone, right?
Yeah, so you would be able to get all 3 of them.
Yeah. Just
Without
going to do
hitting.
that.
Sure. So that's just
Dex save.
dex save, correct? Makes, misses. So one of the one that's right in front of you just takes it full force, and the other 2 try to move, but end up just being in it. And it's like an anime attack where it like lights up their face and they go black and white, and then they just turn to dust.
Yeah, I just kind of like push Sybil aside. I'm like, let me handle this. Do that.
Okay.
I do want to roll for damage just because.
Sure.
So that's 10.
Yeah. They take 10 points, 10 big ones, and that's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Stevia.
Did we know you could do that? Is that a new thing?
That is
I did it once last
Okay.
time.
Yeah, after he got struck by lightning.
Which you all have not discussed with him in detail.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't said
I mean,
anything.
he is kind of a Tempest thing, so like I'm kind of, it's whatever.
Stevia, it's your turn.
Okay.
It's whatever. It's your turn.
I'm going to attack the one directly in front of me.
Sure.
12.
Does not hit.
Oh, I thought they had 12 AC.
No, the AC is 15.
15.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I misspoke and said it was.
okay, I'm going to do it again, though. For 24.
24 does hit. Yeah, you just like soak up that great feeling of just tearing through it with Batterer, and Batterer is kind of like, this is fine. This isn't, I'd like something a little bit bigger, but this is all right.
How did it feel when I helped out Dude earlier?
When you attacked the troll?
No, when I helped the guy push his donkey out.
It enjoyed that. You got a warm sensation on your hip where it hung.
Okay. Cool.
That hammer fucking loves helping old women across the street.
It is. Is that your turn, or do you want to take some movement or anything?
I'll move here, but yeah, that's it.
Okay. Next up, it is Vicar. Vicar is going to try and swing at these two. This time he is going to, he dips the hilt down, and then he is going to just, bring it up to try and cut through the one right in front of him so that he can then do a backswing on the other one. And he gets a natural 20 on this thing with 1 HP.
All right, we get it.
Please rules, please.
And then he
brings
the sword back, and it shimmers with light, and he hits that one, and that one's dead. And then he just turns, and with his robes covered in mud, he just stomp, 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 stomp. Next up, Sebastian.
I'll shoot the one right in front of me and Stevia.
Okay, you have disadvantage.
Why?
You ranged weapons have disadvantage if you're within.
Crossbow expert allows me to shoot within 5 feet.
Never mind.
Sorry.
No, that was you pulled out. I activated your trap card.
Yeah. That won't do it. I'll do the other one. Nope.
Yeah, you just hold both of them right in front of his eyes, and then have a quick spasm and just point them away.
Yeah, I get distracted by Vicar showing off.
Next up, Sybil.
Okay. I don't really know what I would like to do. I'm thinking. Does anyone else look pretty hurt?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
You're all good?
I'm only down 11. I'm not bad.
Same.
I'm down 1.
Okay. So with 10 feet of movement or 15, whatever, I'm going to move over here and then use Thunderclap. I'm just going to literally smack my hands together in front of this thing. It's DC 15.
Yeah, he fails.
Okay, so then he takes 5 thunder damage.
So because these guys have kind of become a point of comedy in how they go, basically you blow with the thunder, all of his muscles fly away from his bones, and he's a skeleton, and he falls to the ground with a xylophone sound effect.
Does he shiver real quick before?
Yeah, he shivers and rubs his tricep bones, and then he just goes falls.
My muscle close.
And now it is Shambler time. This one is going to get in front of you, just raise one hand and try and rake it across your face. That is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that already halved, or is it about to be halved?
It's about to be halved. Oh man, I love that I get to have this now. I love that I have 2 rogues who are just gonna be like, no, I don't think so. I take how much damage from the dragon's breath? I actually take half of that.
Just wait until next week. when Arden is literally just running in and out of combat because I won't take opportunity attacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is also going to be delightful for me. These two go up and attack Stevia. The first one gets a 22 to hit. The second one gets a 13 to hit.
First one hits.
22 hits. Yeah. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then this guy is just going to keep on coming on.
Keep on keeping on.
Gets right there. Soren, your turn.
Okay, spiritual weapon. Gonna move. Where was it? It was like right here.
Around there, yeah.
Just over here.
Sure.
Gonna swing.
Yeah, 27 hits. You just kind of tear this thing in half.
Okay.
And when you do, Vicar shouts, "Ha! Very nice!"
I do like a quick turn and I flash him a smile and a thumbs up as I take a step forward and just try and hit this guy with my axe.
Yeah. You go forward and 19 hits. You split him in twain and he slowly falls to the side, like in that Disney cartoon where they cut up the bean. Is that Soren's turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Then next up, Stevia.
Alright, I'm gonna try to hit the one directly in front of me. 26.
26 hits.
And it's dead. Just want to make sure.
Okay. It is beyond dead. And you step into where it was. You're standing in the river, the water lapping at your shins, and you do what?
I bring the hammer up from the river so it has an impressive arc of water splashing off of it as I try to bash this other one in the chin.
You hit Sebastian in the
critical
face.
fail. Yeah. Well, for 15.
You want to use that? You want to use Ram? I'm just joking. Yeah, you take 15.
I did critically fail, so.
Sebastian.
Yep, I got it.
I'm just like, I'm really sorry about that. I was aiming for that guy. I don't know what happened there. I tripped over my own feet. I lost my footing in the river, I guess. And
That was hilarious, Stevia.
No, what?
I'll like kind of put my arm around him to make sure he doesn't fall.
There's still a thing.
Vicar, as you say, there's still a thing. Vicar just like runs up and is gonna try to impale this thing on his light sword. It hits. He does.
I'm gonna go over here and throw up.
Well, we handled that well.
Yeah, everything except for the very end there. I'm a little embarrassed, but you know how it is sometimes, right? In the heat of battle.
Oh, I often find myself lost when the battle hits.
Overhead, the storm breaks. And that's where we will leave tonight's session. Alright, so everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you all for playing. This was a lot of fun. This is a very fun session. We will pick up with the Thorns in 2 weeks. Tune in on Monday to see what Team 1 is getting up to. What's Team 1 got going on? And then next Wednesday we'll have the A-Team. So thank you all for being here. And everybody, let's sign off with our favorite catchphrase. Don't
Pets
Will troll.
sells dog poison.
Bye.